Matador Soccer is on the air, and this could not be more exciting as the Lubbock Matadors, they've started out red hot this season with 3 road matches before this home opener tonight as they host the Arkansas Wolves, a new team that is in the NPSL Lone Star Conference this season. Devin Ward here alongside Lexi De La Cruz. John is on the road tonight and on a family vacation. He'll be here for the rest of the season, but Lexi's a special member of the Matador family. She's married to one of the players, which is really cool, and I think this is awesome. Lexi, first of all, we're celebrating Hispanic heritage and all the things tonight. She's the first woman in the booth for the Matadors games, and I think that's super special as well. Glad to have you on the air tonight.
Thank you. It's an honor. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm excited for this game.
Right, and it's going to be a big one. The Matadors looking to start out the season the way they have all season, or start out at home this season the way they have on the road this season, which has been perfect. They're 3-0 so far to get things started in Lone Star Conference play. And it all started at the beginning of the year when they went to Arkansas to play these Wolves, and they won that game 1-0. What do you remember from that game, Lexi?
Honestly, I remember the stream was horrible.
Yeah, it was.
And we couldn't watch it, but I remember how pumped the guys were. It's the first win of the season. It's a big statement. It shows who they are, and I was super proud of them.
Absolutely. It was a 1-0 victory. It was a late goal in the 83rd minute by the Matadors to be able to leave that game with a win. The field conditions were not, what they wanted them to be. It was a little rainy and a little soggy out there, but the Matadors are glad to be home tonight, and it feels good to be home. They spent 48 hours on the road combined between those 3 road games. They had Brownsville after playing Arkansas. They won that game 3-2, and then they went on the road to play Brownsville Brownsville to Houston immediately after when they played CF10 Houston. A lot of miles on the bus is what we're saying. 48 hours. They had a new bus, thankfully. What was your scouting report on the bus rides, though, from your player at home?
So on the ride down there, the AC wasn't really working.
Oh.
So that kind of put damper on things, but David made many stops, did what he could. Got them Subway on the way down there, so they really enjoyed that. But they were pumped when they got there. They did some pool recovery, so they were ready for the game.
Absolutely. And you mentioned David Ormiston, the new head coach this season for the Lubbock Matadors. He's coming over from West Texas FC. So, it's one of those moments where I'm looking forward to that game, really. He's a one-game-at-a-time guy, and that's his mindset, and we love that because this is the biggest game tonight on our schedule, but I'm looking forward to West Texas when we get to take on him, his former team. But he's a big success guy. He's everywhere he's gone, Coach Ormiston. They've had success, and they look to have more here this season with the Lubbock Matadors, and they've gone off to a great start.
Yeah, they have. I would say 48 hours on the bus is never easy,
No.
but coming home with 3 wins, that's 9 points that they got. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. And again, this beginning part of the season, you play soccer at LCU, Lexi. Your first couple of games of the season, you're trying to figure out who you guys are, who's your team, and the identity of the team. And when you magically have 3 wins, that while you're trying to figure that out, that tells you have something special here.
Of course. New team, new coach. It's hard to understand it. It's hard to get a feel for it, but the way the Matadors have done it has been very quick.
Absolutely.
And it's been good.
New team, new coach, but there's a standard that's been built here within the Lubbock Matadors, and Coach credits the character of this team. He says that there's a high maturity within this team, and they have a lot of character, and they've bonded well with each other, and that's an important part of soccer as well.
It is, yeah. They always talk about the team dinners or team lunches, and none of the guys are devastated about it. They spend multiple hours together from practice at 7 a.m. to lunch, dinner, and they enjoy it. There's never a frown on the face. They're always excited to go do more stuff together. So,
and that's awesome. And that's what you want to hear as a fan, that the team likes to be around each other and they like to interact and do all the things together. Matador is looking to hope to have 7,500 fans here tonight. They're looking to sell out the Stampede is what they called it, I think, on social media. They reached over 6,000 season tickets being sold coming into tonight. They're making a late push, and they're hoping to break a record here. How cool would that be to have this place just packed out? I heard a rumor that they might even be opening that far side as well.
Yes, I think that's absolutely amazing, but that just goes to show what our community is. Lubbock is absolutely amazing. They always tend to show up. So
they say Lubbock's not a soccer town. They say they were a football town, but we are a soccer town.
We are.
We are a soccer town, and she's a graduate from Coronado High School. We graduated we did her graduation out here.
We did.
During the COVID years.
Yes.
So, and she's a married woman now to one of the players, and we're excited that she's on the call tonight, Lexi De La Cruz. Do we want to name drop the hubby, or do we just want to keep going?
Whichever. I'm
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
with
Well,
either.
he was the one name that was not given to me on the pronunciation list. That was Duvon Conchilla.
Yes, that's
Did
correct.
I nail it?
You did. It's correct.
So on the coaches show the other day, if you were a Matador fan and you were tuning into the coaches show, I went 2 for 4 on names, and for me, that's I was happy. You know, in the Major League Baseball, you're in the Hall of Fame with 2 for 4, but as the announcer, you need to have all the names right. Will you hold me accountable tonight?
I will.
Okay.
I will.
She's also going to hold me accountable because I know John is watching, the co-anchor that's normally here with me. She's going to make sure I don't get off this train off of tracks.
Yeah.
We might be getting off track, but that's okay. Coach told us, though, coming into to this game that they like to keep the ball on the floor. That's how the Matadors like to play. For somebody that might not know soccer, Lexi, what does that mean? What does keeping the ball on the floor mean?
I would just say that possession, connecting those passes short and sharp, nothing crazy. Just that also has a lot to do with constantly just moving around as a team,
Okay.
keeping your shape. You know, keeping it. If you're going side to side, make sure everybody's with you.
He said it's the purest form of soccer, or football was the words that he used. Does that seem right?
I would say so. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and then there's a lot of different ways that you could play, but Coach thinks this is the best way, and I think he was so fun to interact with, and he was a great interview during the press
He
conference earlier
was.
today
He
as
was a
well.
character.
He is that. We have keys to the game. We did ask him what the keys to the game was coming into this, and before I mention that, we do want to mention our sponsor, Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. Since 1971, they have been the standard here on the South Plains, bringing you all the cars and all the dreams that you would ever want for out there on the highway. Go support our friends at Mears Mazda Volvo off of Spur 327. Keys to the game, he wants to start out on the front foot and put on a show for the fans. Those were the words that I wrote down. He had a lot to say about, getting out to a fast start and all that, but what do you think of his keys to the game?
I think they're important, and I think it's something that they're, as what I've heard, been focusing on at practice. I remember he also talked about if we're losing the ball, we're getting back quick. We don't want to lose any possession on our final third. Just try to keep them as far away from the net as possible.
Well, and that was one of the things that Coach told us that Arkansas does really well. They get back in transition, and they're dangerous on the counter. And so that's something they're probably going to focus on. We have an inside source for y'all. This is big time here with Lexi. The other things that he wanted to cover today is be more clear in front of the goal.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for a soccer fan that might not know and might not understand?
As simple as it can be, take your chances while you have them. Put that ball in the back of the net. It doesn't have to be powerful. As long, when I grew up, they always told me it doesn't matter how it gets there. It gets there.
That's right.
It can be head, it can be shoulder, it can be knee. If it gets in the back of the net, it's a goal.
That's how I played tennis. Just get it back over the net, let them make the mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, just let them. And then the final one was just be aggressive, right? And that's what we talked about a minute ago. So those are your Mears Mazda Volvo keys to the match. Be aggressive. Take advantage of your opportunities in front of the net, and don't let Arkansas counter you here tonight. When we return after this short commercial break, we're going to continue on previewing this match here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. We'll have your starting 11 and all the things that you need to know heading into this home opener tonight. It's the Wolves from Arkansas taking on the Matadors from Lubbock. Who do you got? We're excited to see. It's Lone Star Conference play right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit. The hunger to win.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
To Plains Capital Park at Lowry Field. It's the home opener tonight for your Lubbock Matadors as they're set to host the Wolves from Arkansas. This is the first time that the Wolves have come to Lubbock for a game in Lone Star Conference play. Of course, it's not the first time that these two teams have played, though. It was a 1-0 victory for the Matadors back earlier on in Week 1 of the season. Devin Ward here alongside Lexi De La Cruz here, still in the booth previewing this game, getting ready for tonight's home opener. We are live on YouTube tonight. Make sure you follow, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the things. Share it as well with a friend because, you know, there's a lot of people here tonight. Lexi, how many people you just looked for us? This thing is starting to fill up.
We have quite a bit. We are supposed to have close to 6,000.
Yeah, so this place is starting to fill up. I put her on the spot. You know, I do that to John quite often. I make him guess how many people are here, and then we're never right. We're never right, but that's the fun part about it, right? We wouldn't make it in Vegas. I do want to mention our streaming partner once again for tonight, though. This game is being sponsored by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. At Mears, you'll find the best inventory, the best process, and the best prices. Since 1971, our focus is to provide our clients with an exceptional buying experience. Go see them off of Spur 327. Moments ago, before we went to our first commercial break previewing this match, we kind of put a bow on the 3-game road trip, and I want to finish it out with one last thing about what went well on that trip, Lexi. A bunch of games on the road, plain and simple, but this team is one game at a time mentality, and coach's approach to that has bled over to his team, and he thinks that's important, one game at a time, and right now that's led to their success. Wow, I butchered that, but that has led to their success onto the soccer field. Do you agree with that, the one game at a time mentality?
I do. I think, you know, it's easy to get overwhelmed, especially with big games like this. So one game at a time, you just knock them down, you focus. As soon as this game's over, they'll move on to the next.
Absolutely. One game at a time, which that next one will be here before we know it. It's on Wednesday of next week. And so you blink, and here's the next game. But one game at a time, and that game tonight is the Arkansas Wolves. And so who is Arkansas Wolves SC? It's a semi-pro and youth soccer club based in Benton, Arkansas. They offer men's and women's semi-pro teams as well as youth programs. They were established in 2018, and according to the NPSL website, they joined the league back in 2021 and played in the South Division. This is their first year in the Lone Star Conference, and they play at Scott Field in Little Rock, Arkansas. That is a lot. Hey, straight from the website. There you go. That is the Arkansas Wolves. They kill it on social media as well. They have over 42,000 followers on Instagram. That is huge. The Lubbock Matadors, of course, they're building their social media platforms, as we just said. Make sure you follow and subscribe to all of that. I think it's cool, though, that they have a women's team. That's what the whole point of that read was, though, is that they have a big organization. They have 2 different levels of men's and women's clubs semi-professionally, and I think that's a really cool thing.
I do, too. Have you ever been to Arkansas?
I have. I went to go visit my grandparents there when they lived in Texarkana, and then I drove through there once to go to Nashville, Tennessee to go visit my aunt. Okay. I believe we're getting ready to start our pregame festivities, though. We have the Lubbock High Mariachi Band down there. They're going to be doing our national anthem tonight, and so if we just randomly pause, we're going to be honoring the Stars and Stripes with the national anthem, and it looks like they're about to get things going here momentarily. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with more on Matadors YouTube channel. Make sure you follow and subscribe and share with a friend as we're about to get started. First kick moments away.
Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, the Matador Soccer Club.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
By the horns, man, that is a tough slogan for this season, and it's a big one. It's a big season ahead of us as the Lubbock Matadors are set for their home opener tonight as they're set to take on the Arkansas Wolves. Kickoff still about 9 minutes out, maybe 9:30 away from first kick. Of course, a whole slew of things coming your way in this pre-production as we have the mariachi band from Lubbock High and a bunch of fans and little players out there. You see the Soccer Association out there getting ready to welcome the players out onto the field. The pageantry is here, and the Matadors are ready to celebrate their home opener here tonight. We're getting ready to do our starting 11. We have Eduardo Hernandez here from Telemundo Lubbock. Going to do the starting 11 in Spanish. But before we have him do the starting 11, I know we have a 30-second video that we'd like to show you. Let's go ahead and take that now. Here's your starting 11 for the Lubbock Matadors. All right, there's your starting 11 presented by the Gene Messer Auto Group. Make sure you go check out the Gene Messer Auto Group today. Again, Eduardo Hernandez with Telemundo Lubbock's here with your starting 11. Eduardo, take it away.
Y comenzamos con en el arco, con el número 1, Andrei Shalefli. Defensa, número 5, Tim Kachulap. Otra defensa, número 4, Theo Butterworth. En la defensa, número 6, Nico Cross. Mediocampista, número 8, Ryan Naidu. Mediocampista, número 11, Jack Thomas. Número 77, mediocampista Lloyd Clausen. Número 7, delantero Fabian Wagner. Y delantero con el número 10, Momo Diop.
All right, thank you so much. And that was your starting 11 by Eduardo Hernandez with Telemundo Lubbock in Spanish. Eduardo, thank you so much for hopping on. That's kind of a cool thing you did there. I'm doing the starting 11 in Spanish. Tell us about that. Talk about that, how we got you to hop on here with us tonight. I think that's really cool.
Well, number one, I have a huge passion for soccer, and it comes with my parents always watching Spanish soccer, so the positions and everything was just comes natural to me.
Yeah, and I gotta get excited tonight whenever I'm making the call because to make it equivalent to the Spanish broadcast, I gotta bring the energy, man, because that's the standard when it comes to that.
Energy, always energy.
Well, he's with Telemundo Lubbock, everybody. Let's give it a shout out in the comment section for Eduardo Hernandez. Thank you so much for coming up here tonight, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Telemundo Lubbock. You see the fans coming out. We're about to have Lexi hop back on. I'm going to go ahead and mute that headset right there. You see the players and the fans, and, man, that's such a cool shot right there by our camera operator, Gavin, as Lexi's hopping back on the headset now. This is the best part about the game, right? The pageantry that comes with the pregame festivities. This is one of my favorite parts, Lexi, being able to see all of this happen out there on the field.
Oh, yeah, it's exciting. And to see, like, these kids, like, the players are their icons. You know, they look up to them, and it's just a really cool picture to be able to see.
Absolutely. And these are the moments where these kids will remember this, right? They're the age where they will remember going out there with these players, and eventually they aspire to be one of these players.
100%. I mean, they see them out in public, they're always waving, they're hugging them, and, you know, the guys are great with them. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and they're all running off of the field right now, having fun. And that's what this is all about, making a memorable game day experience for our youth and our community. And these young people right there are going to remember this moment as we're getting ready for first kick. Something I like to remember all the time, Lexi, is the comment section here on YouTube. And one of these things is that I got to make sure I proofread them before I read them on the air. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave us a comment here on the live stream. John saying, ready, steady, go. I think we're ready and we're ready to go, huh?
I think we are.
That's awesome. Dom Campos saying woo. Jay Garcia saying, let's go Matadors. All I want for my birthday tomorrow is a big W today. Well, happy birthday, Jay.
Yes.
I might start singing on the air tonight, Lexi. that might get us in trouble. But happy birthday, Jay. Let us know in the comments how old you're going to be turning, if you don't mind sharing that with us. Live Strong Dr. Jones saying, let's go Wolves. And I love that the Wolves are in the comment section because they're out here supporting their team. Out there on the field right now, the Scouts of America are getting ready to do the pregame festivities as they are carrying the United States flag out there. Lexi, let's go ahead and mute our mics, and let's just have the natural sounds mic carry us through this pregame festivity as we're about to honor the United States with the playing of our national anthem.
Sounds good.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walked were so
Job there by the Lubbock High Mariachi Band. Tonight is a special night out on the soccer field for the Lubbock Matadors. They're wearing a new kit tonight, Lexi, and the new kit is not your normal red and black and white like the Matadors normally do. They're wearing a teal color. Can you talk about why they're out there wearing a new kit tonight?
So it is actually Latina Night. So that is representing the Hispanic heritage and something that they like to do.
I can feel like I hear a helicopter flying over us right now.
Yeah,
and I don't know
me
if you
too.
can hear it through the broadcast, but there is a flyover happening tonight, and I think it's happening right now as the fans are pointing up and looking as it goes. We didn't get a good view of it up here, but hopefully you could hear it on the broadcast. You see there on your screen right now, Arkansas is wearing a white kit tonight with yellow socks with some stripes on it, with the Live Strong logo across the chest there. Those are some nice kits. Of course, you see there right in front of them is the Matadors. They're wearing the teal kits again in honor of Hispanic heritage, Hispanic women. I think it's a really cool thing that they're doing tonight, wearing these cool kits. Our officiating crew, as you see on your screen there, is from the Dallas area. Apparently all of the officiating crews this season that will be coming to Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park will be from the Dallas area. Again, moments ago we had our starting 11 for the Lubbock Matadors with Telemundo Lubbock, one of Eduardo Hernandez announcing it. Let's go through in the English rotation. Not much has changed, though. The names are the same, just the numbers. Coming in midfielder, he's not 33 years old. He's 25. I don't know where my notes got that, but Duvon Canchilla there in the midfield. No, talk about Duvon a bit and him getting the start here tonight.
You know, he is super excited for this game. He has been looking forward to this home game. Like we talked earlier, those 48 hours on a bus, so it's hard on them, but they have been waiting for this moment. He's wearing the captain band tonight. He's super excited, and he is ready to lead his team to a victory.
And the Matadors would love to see him lead the team to victory. In goal tonight, Andre Shalefli, 5'11 senior, a redshirt senior from Western Oregon, hometown of Houston. Shalefli has done some great things in the goal this season, a couple of clean sheets, which is big time.
Yes, yes. And it looks like he is wearing gray tonight with his hot pink cleats.
Oh, I like the hot pink.
I do too.
It's something different. Fabian Wagner going to be playing forward, wearing number 7 tonight. They call him Fabi. That's the nickname.
Yes.
Fabi. And you're going to come in with a lot of nicknames for us tonight, right? You know all the team's nicknames?
Yeah. I know Fabi likes a Snickers milkshake the day before a game. So
Snickers milkshake.
Yeah.
I might try out a Snickers milkshake. That'd be outstanding. Continuing on, you have Tim Kalusha. He's a defender. He's a senior, standing at 6 foot from Bowling Green. He's from Berlin, Germany. Theo Butterworth, rocking number 4 tonight. He's a defender, a sophomore, standing at 6 foot from Houston Christian, hometown of Lancaster, England. I bypassed Ryan Naidu on accident on my list. He's a midfielder graduate, from 5'9", from Houston, Victoria, home country of South Africa. And then continuing on, Stefan Billanak, a midfield senior, standing at 5'10", from Omaha. His hometown is Lincoln, Nebraska. On to the next page, Nico Cross, playing defender, standing at 6'2". He's a junior from East Tennessee State. He's from Germany. Jack Thomas getting the start at midfielder as well, wearing number 11. LSU Shreveport is his college. He's from England. You know a lot about Jack Thomas, don't you?
I do. I know he's the baby on the team.
He is.
They all take care of him. They love him. Jack is a character, super respectful and nice guy, but he is a lovely person.
Is it because he's 5'6"? Is it because he's the baby, or is he the baby because of his age?
He's a baby because of his age. He turns 21 in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's big time. First kick coming your way right here from the Lubbock mayor, which is really cool that the city of Lubbock is out here. And he even told everybody to take Friday off or have like a, let your employees out early so that they can be here for tonight, which is really cool. Finishing out your starting 11, Momo Diop is a forward. Man, he had an ESPN type of play whenever he bent it like Beckham, scoring that goal against Brownsville.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
And then finally, Lude Clausen, wearing number 77, a midfielder. He's a senior from Coastal Carolina, standing 6'1", from the Netherlands. That's your starting 11 for the Lubbock Matadors. Of course, this season, United Supermarkets and United Express has been taking care of our guys. They are the official grocery and convenience store of the Lubbock Matadors. Make sure to visit United Supermarkets, Market Street, or Amigos to become a rewards member today and use your points to save on groceries or fuel. They are proud to support the Lubbock Matadors, Lubbock's soccer team. And that's what's really awesome, that this is Lubbock's soccer team. And as a Lubbockite yourself that has been playing soccer here your whole life, going to Coronado and now at LCU. It's really cool to have a professional soccer team here in Lubbock.
It is. I mean, the culture is absolutely amazing. The Lubbock community is amazing. I mean, when Matadors used to play on the LCU field, it was something special for LCU in general. Matadors bring a special vibe wherever they go.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy here. You got Coach Poe on the PA tonight. The Mozos are in full force tonight, as well as they're sitting behind the opposing team's bench, and you know that's on purpose.
I like the strategy, if I'm going to be honest.
They're going to be in their ear the entire night. All right, going to some of the comments here. John saying GL Wolf fans should be a good one. This should be a good one tonight. First kick is at 7:53. 7:53 is your first kick tonight here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. Again, thank you for tuning in tonight on the YouTube channel of the Lubbock Matadors. We want you to subscribe, plain and simple, as the Matadors have the ball here and on the attack. A shot really quick off of the corner of the goal. The deflection by Momo Diop goes out of bounds. Aggressive start here, Lexi.
What a start from the game. That's
aggressive
amazing.
Start. That's what you want to see by the Lubbock Matadors as they try to be aggressive. Mozo's on your screen right there. The smoke is crazy. That is big time. Of course, they have trumpets. They got trombones, it looks like. They got the drums. They got all the things. They have a marching band out there, the Mozos.
They do.
So already underway, 38 seconds into this ball game, and what are you seeing from the team out there on the field? They're already being aggressive.
They are. Looks like they're staying organized. Look, from what I'm seeing, the communication is staying strong. That first attack at the beginning of the game, it's strong. It's important. It shows how ready they are.
Yeah, they were locked in.
Yes.
And when you play in front of a crowd like this, not very many of these players have played in front of a crowd like this. It gives you a little extra juice.
And I believe that first shot was about 30 seconds into the game, and we also have to think the Wolves actually had the first kickoff. So that means we had to gain possession to get that in the midst of 30 seconds.
That's a great pointer right there, absolutely. Forcing a turnover and getting things rolling. As that ball gets headed out of bounds, I do want to mention the Matador soccer camps. Just yesterday was the last day of camp. They had over 200 kids show up on day one, which was truly amazing. As the Wolves have the ball here on the near side looking for a cross. Matador defense is able to win possession. They will have 2 more summer camps this summer, so be on the lookout for that on the Matador social media channels. Trying to push the ball forward right there. Trying to get up to Fabian Wagner. Fabi. I like that. You know, I think every forward, honestly, every player deserves a nickname, and I like that he already comes with a nickname.
Yes. And we also have to think, David did say he might be the best drummer on the team.
He did, and he kind of just, in our pregame interview, you know, the guys, when they got there, they immediately came out to the field, and Coach came up to the press box for our pregame press conference, which is about 2 hours before first kick, and the guy saw the Mozos drums out there, and they were pretending like they were banging on the drums. And so we asked Coach who would be the drummer of the team, and he did say Fabian Wagner would be the drummer, but I think he just pulled a name out of the hat, right? Just pulled a name out of the hat. Villanak there with possession moments ago as he passed the ball around. Villanak was the signature Stag man of the match. Midfield is so important to every part of the game. They control the way the flow of the game goes, and he had a big game that game.
He did.
See the ball, trying to get it past midfield. Wolves steal it away momentarily. I love these teal uniforms. You can see the numbers. They're nice and crisp on the back of the jersey there. When integrity meets hard work and dedication, you need to know this. Raider Pump and Supply is your team to call. They say their pumps actually suck. That is the ad read that I have here tonight. That is a great line right there, Lexi. That's one of those quotes that you remember.
It is.
It's effective advertising. Raider Pump and Supply. They are one of 52 signs that are out here tonight. As you watch the match on your screen tonight, you'll see different signs across the field. I want to give a shout out to all 52 of them. It took me a minute to count all of them, but I counted all of them. There's 52. There's also 14 flags across the way. The Mozos do this every year in honor of the players and their nationalities and where they're from, and I think that's really cool, trying to encompass the home feel for these guys.
Oh, of course, and you know that home feel also comes from this support system.
Trying to cross it to the middle there. You see the Matadors attacking into the middle and kicking it out right there. Notice right away Momo. He is special with the ball. his dribbling skills were pretty elite right there.
Yes.
Arkansas this season, they are 1-3. It took me a minute to find the result from their Fort Worth Vaqueros match, but they did drop that match 2-1. So they're coming in riding a 3-game losing streak. Lexi, what does that do to a team? I feel like that they're riding a 3-game losing streak, but that adds motivation to them, and it makes their next game and their next opponent, the Matadors tonight, a harder challenge, right? It's harder for the Matadors.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it can go one of two ways. You can keep those losses on your shoulders, and it can keep going downhill, or they're going to put their foot down and realize, try to make a difference and try to make this the end of the losing streak.
Right. Well, and points matter in this league, right? You need to get the points.
Yes.
And so whenever you have a slump like this, the next game is the most important. And so I think that the Matadors have a big challenge ahead of them tonight with this team. Speaking of this team, Monique saying, "Go Wolves, go Wolves." Glad to see that she's tuning in tonight and leaving a comment here on YouTube. Dom Campo saying Lubbock won't have the desert heat on our side tonight, but it'll be a good match. That's right. It is not a hot night tonight here on the South Plains. It's kind of a cool night. This is great for the home opener. They were trying to reach 7,500 fans, and part of being able to get more fans here is the weather. It plays an impact in it, and this is perfect weather for the home opener tonight. Ashley De La Cruz saying, "Go Duvon," number 14.
That's my sister.
Hold up. I know your whole family then. For real, for real.
Really?
Yeah, I did cover your signing whenever you went to Coronado.
I thought so, yeah.
I know the whole family. Holy cow. Friendship Youth Baseball. That's how I know your family.
Okay, yes.
There you go.
My dad used to be an umpire.
That is a small world. That is a small world moment. Matadors trying to push the ball forward onto that far side. Slowing it down and looking for a cross. A great cross.
It's a good ball.
To Momo on the opposite side. And man, he's quick as
speedy.
well. Trying to slide for that ball. Whistle will be called. Good sportsmanship there by Momo as he shakes the hand of the other player. Okay, going back to some of the comments here. Jay saying he's turning 38. Well, happy birthday tomorrow. 38 for Jay. That is young. I agree, Jay. It is young. Andre is the best keeper, according to Pedro. And then he's going to the historic books for the Matadors. He's done a great job this season. Of course, Andre Schleffly is in the goal tonight. Of course, Schleffly is a redshirt senior from Western Oregon, hometown of Houston. A lot of guys from the local area, in the region. There's a couple guys from Texas that is on the roster. You got Luke Mulkey, he's from Parker, Texas. A lot of guys from this region. Colorado Springs comes up a couple times as well. Heavy international presence, though, for the Matadors. Pushing the ball forward is Lude Clausen. It's a 2-on-3 battle right there. Arkansas gets their foot on it. Matadors had the numbers right there on that attack, and you like what you're seeing there.
I do, yes. They, like David said, they took that counter. Now they just got to finish it off and get that ball in the back of the net. The Wolves did a very good job of keeping them compact, though, and keeping that defense strong back there against that attack.
So the Wolves with possession here. Time of possession is something that we talk about often, Lexi, on these calls, is like how important is time of possession. A lot of times it's not. It's about taking advantage of your opportunities, but you got to like how the Matadors have had possession for the majority of the time here to start things.
I do, and one thing I really like is how patient they are. They take their opportunities, but they're not, their nerves are high, but it doesn't look like they're just booting it up the field. They're willing to settle it down, like David said, and connect those passes and slowly pull it up. When the time is right, they'll take that opportunity.
Yeah, it's all about timing,
It
right,
is.
and not forcing things. And you got to find that right window and the right time to be able to make the right play. Speaking of making right plays, Matador Fans Fuse Graphics Group is a family first, community first, and quality first group. Make sure you reach out to Fuse Graphics Group because they are passionately leading our print partners in our community. Reach out to them for all your needs. Fuse Graphics Group. You hear the Mozos, they're in full swing. They've been ready for tonight. They're one of those groups that count down the days to their first game, and they are going to be loud all night tonight. What is it like? Do you think it's awesome having a group like that? I know your husband has played in some professional teams, one over in Tucson. This is a special group that we have here.
It is. I love how they interact with all the fans. They're loud. They never get tired.
They never stop.
I want to know what energy drink they're on or something because I need some of that.
Well, I know what Coach Ormiston's on. He likes the Celsius energy drinks.
Is there a specific flavor?
I don't know. He was like trying to advertise it during the coaches show. He even twisted the logo around so everybody saw the logo. Yeah, no, he is, and anything Gatorade as well, right? Because the Matadors are sponsored by Pepsi and by Gatorade, and so got a goal kick here by the Wolves. So you're going to have to let me know when they do your Duvon's chant.
Okay.
So that we can listen to it. They are doing a chant tonight for Duvon. And I'm excited to hear it. So they have to have practice to be able to play these songs and all the things.
Oh, 100%. I mean, everybody's on the same page down there.
Absolutely. Matadors trying to win back possession here. Arkansas in 2025 this season, they started the year beating FC Brownsville back on May 13th, 2-1, and then they've suffered 3 straight losses. For the Matadors, they are 3-0 on the season with a goal differential of 7-2, 7 goals for, 2 goals against. They've been rock solid. Lude Clausen looking for a cross, booted out of bounds, and we'll have our first Signature Stag corner kick of the night. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. Trying to make sure I keep count and keep all the stats tonight. It's our first Signature Stag corner kick. What do we see from this team during the corner kicks? Do we see like some different pieces, some different movements? What do we think we see here?
I do know they have new corner kick plays, so I'm interested to see them.
See Momo out there covering the goalkeeper's head a little bit. That boot just a little too strong and will be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Wolves. Trying to see who had that boot there. I think it was Lude Clausen. No, it wasn't.
Jack Thomas.
Jack Thomas. The man with the milkshake last night, right before the game. So they have a lot of superstitions, right? A lot of these guys want to make sure they take care of themselves before game day. Most of the time they eat pasta.
Yes.
Or things like that. You told me that some of the players work for you at the soccer box, and they did not want anything last night because it might mess with their game tonight, which I think that's kind of cool that they're that locked in.
Yes, yes.
Had some milkshakes. I could go for
and
milkshake.
water.
And water.
They're asking for water, so
it was mostly water.
Yes.
Well, that's how you're able to run for 90 minutes, right? And you're able to play at the level that these Matadors have been able to play at this season. Of course, first-year head coach David Ormiston here, leading the charge, and he's got a great group of assistants. A lot of times, assistants don't get the pub that they normally do, and I want to make sure they do here on the call because they're the backbone of any team, any assistant coaches.
Yeah.
So, shout out to the assistant coaches helping all the things and making it possible. I want to make sure we're not missing anything on the comment section here. Okay, going to some of the comments here. Adam Thompson saying, we'd love to see Jack Pasco playing. Dom saying, good to see the Matadors keeping the patient going. Opportunity will present itself. That's right. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Schleffele there taking some steps back to get back in his position as that ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. By the horns, that's the motto this season for the Lubbock Matadors, and then I think that's pretty tough. I think that's a pretty awesome slogan. Every year they've done different slogans, and by the horns is this year, and that's they're trying to make NPSL history tonight with fan turnout as Momo Diop trying to push the ball through, and he does right into the arms of the goalkeeper. He was trying to find Fabian Wagner out front. What went well there to make that happen, Lexi?
I think taking the ball in the middle and then stretching out the field. Fabian did a very good job of opening that space. Jack also did a very good job of kind of pulling them out wide. So it's just that opening that space and kind of reading each other and knowing where they want the ball.
Good stuff there by the Matadors as they are trying to make those opportunities happen. Trying to make sure I'm getting all these things checked off here on the left side of me as well. Did you know that the Matadors are currently in second place right now in the NPSL Lone Star Conference standings? The difference between them and Oklahoma City right now is goal differential. The Matadors are +5 in goal differential as they're looking to make something happen here, speaking of goals. Close shot right there, blocked by the defender, blocked again by another defender. hands on the head right there, and we'll have our second signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shot. Here's your instant replay of that. Multiple deflections, Lexi, off of multiple players. And it'll be another corner kick for the guys in teal tonight. They're so close right there.
I know. Looks like Jack is going to take it again.
Looking for that touch this time around by your midfielder. It's a great camera angle. We're debuting new camera angles tonight with the stream, and these look awesome.
That's awesome, yeah.
That's an awesome angle there for the corner kick. Headed out by the Wolves. It's a game of angles right there, right? And how you motion your head right there determines where it goes, and the Wolves were able to clear it out. Here, more chance coming from the Mozos. Scoring goals and on and off the field with solid defense, just like in life. Jonathan Shaw Agency is here to protect your home, auto, life, and retirement. Trusted coverage, championship service. Call them today. Is your defense off of the field? Call John Shaw Agency today. Matadors looking to play some good defense here as well. They've done that throughout the start of this season. Realistically, the Wolves have only had the ball deep in the possession on the side of their field maybe a handful of times. Momo D getting fancy with the footwork. Looking for a header. Great ball into the middle of the box. Way up into the air. Matadors battling for possession there. Great job by Jack Thomas. He is relentless there. You like the effort.
I do.
He was not going to let the Wolves get possession of that ball.
He might be little, but he is feisty.
He's fierce. I like that. This is a tall team this year when you look at the roster for the Lubbock Matadors. A little hard off the foot of Lud Clausen there. And we're going to have a goal kick. If you look at the roster this season for the Lubbock Matadors, Lexi, there's a lot of people that are 6 foot and taller. Of course, Duvon is 6 foot right on the dot.
He likes to say he's 6'3", but...
Is he 6'3"?
No, he is not.
No, that's what... But whenever they're asking you for the official roster size, that's what he's going to say, is what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, I was totally 5'10", you know. I'm not 5'7" or 5'8". Matadors once again with possession. Trying to pass it to Jack Thomas off of the foot of what looks like a Wolf, and we're looking to see from an official of what we're going to get here. I think we're going to have another signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop. Of course, Signature Stag was voted the best men's store in Lubbock. Make sure you go check them out. This is the third corner
There's
kick
the
tonight.
chant, Devin.
Oh, is this the chant? They're looking at us, too, to make sure we noticed it. A header right there off of the top, and it would have been good for a field goal right there by one of the Matadors. They're getting closer and closer here, Lexi. You're starting to see more and more opportunities. Trying to keep account, as the player is down right there. Trying to keep account of how many shots on goal or opportunities that they're getting. You know, in the TV world, they say crutch. You have crutch words. Opportunity is my crutch word. I say it way too much. Need to make sure I don't say opportunity. See a great crowd here on hand tonight here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. Over 6,000 season tickets were sold coming into tonight. Hopefully, they reach their goal of 7,500 fans, because that would be an NPSL record. Of course, the Matadors have had 6,000 fans for a playoff game, but for a regular season home opener, that would be something special as we're back in play now. That was a big boot by the goalkeeper for Arkansas, and they're going to reset to him here. So they already did Duvon's chant, huh?
I believe so.
Oh, man. There's a lot happening in the moment of the chant. I hope they get to do it again. Passing the ball forward. Soft touch there. And the Wolves will steal it away. It's been a great night tonight. One of the highlights tonight leading up into the broadcast tonight, Lexi, was that pregame party across the street They had a bubble truck. They had Two Docks Brewing Company and all the food trucks that you would ever need for a good time. And it was a great time over there getting to hang out with the Matador fans.
It was. It was fun. The kids loved it. Everyone was hanging out, chit-chatting. Felt like a family reunion.
Yeah, there was a kid that went into the bubble truck, and I think he's one of the Mozos kids. He came out
drenched.
Yeah, he looked like he just took a bubble shower. But that tells you he was having a good time, and that's going to be perfect when it's 100+ degrees out here in July, and it's going to be a great time. Make sure you get out here early to a Matadors game so that you can get to the pregame party. A lot of times you can catch me and John over there. We like to go and socialize. Today we got to hang out with me and Alexi, and we got to hang out with Dustin's wife. I don't know her name. I should know it. I introduced myself to her.
Yes.
But we got to hang out with all the Matadors and the Mozos and all the people. It was a fun time. I even hopped on the Mozos podcast. Dom saying, love to see the pressure. Fast team usually wins, says J. Mark Hand with some eye emojis. And the Matadors are get things started through 20 minutes of this game, Lexi. They have been the faster team, and they have been the team applying the pressure.
I believe that also. I mean, I feel like the ball's been, on the Wolves' side most of the match, so.
John coming in saying, great control, good job controlling pace and setting in the opposing box. Absolutely. I feel like the Matadors have been able to find their space in that opposing box. Here comes Lud Clausen there on that far side. Feet getting tangled up there a bit, looking for a call, and he's going to get it. They're going to stop the play there. And you hear the Mozos immediately chanting, you can't do that. I love the natural sounds that happen here at these games.
They're so quick on their feet.
No, and they got like a, what is that, a stereo? No, what is that called?
A trumpet?
No, a trumpet where he's like yelling into the...
Oh, megaphone.
A megaphone, there it is. Ooh, and one of the Matadors is struggling right there. I think that's Lud Clausen. I interviewed him just the other day on the Coaches Show. Of course, you can catch the Coaches Show every Monday from the home of the Matadors on YouTube and at their barn is what they call it. I call it the shop. I almost called it the field house the other day. Here's a free kick, though. Trying to attack the middle of the box there. Headed up into the air. Firing again is one of the Matadors. Off of the leg of another player. And Theo Butterworth was the one that got contact there. As Butterworth gets it back to Diop. Momo is lanky. He's a guy that's got long legs. He can reach out for that ball. He is sneaky good. And Coach said that the other day that he's one of those guys that has next level potential. Right? When you see him play, you can't just stop and rave about him.
I mean, we were talking about that goal he took the other day. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yep. One of my students taught me this year when I was doing soccer games that he bent it like Beckham.
Bent it like Beckham.
Yeah, that had a beautiful curve on it. And he was also recognized, Momo Diop, as we're going to have some stoppage right there.
Looks like Wagner's shoe fell off.
Oh, no. Talking about Momo, though, the website Top Drawer Soccer recently posted on Facebook about our boy Momo. And what they said is that the NPSL has become an underrated source of talent development for college prospects. Here are the top 10 players who can use this league to showcase their elite talent. And Momo was on that list, and I thought that was really cool. The Matador shared that on their Facebook page. All right, Jack Thomas here standing in front of the ball. See if he'll have the kick. Thomas will. Great boot, had a guy running on that far side, cutting towards the goal. Just a little hard right there. It's all about touch, Lexi, and that is so hard to do.
It is, the speed of the ball, and I mean, different turf, different grass, that can all change it too.
Monique, I think she's a Wolves fan. We were talking about Duvon being 6'3", apparently. She says put him in to goalie for the Wolves if he's really 6'3". Of course, Lexi is a Lubbock guide here and played a big role in why he's here, which is really cool.
Yeah. I'm glad he came here. The family's amazing, the community's amazing, Never felt more at home.
Well, and your whole family's here. He's from Columbia, so his family's not here, but your whole family's here, and it makes him feel at home, and that's really awesome to see.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm sure his family is watching, so.
Yeah, in Columbia. Make sure if you are watching and you're a family member of one of these players, let us know in the comments. We'd love to see that. And we'd also love to see where you're watching from.
Yes.
If you're just a fan of either one of these clubs, because the reach of this YouTube broadcast is really far and wide. And it's really impressive, Lexi, to see how far the reach is. Hey, 25 minutes into this game, Lexi, give us a scouting report of what you've seen, what has gone well for the Matadors so far.
I mean, their possession looks like it's top-notch right now. They're being patient. I think the only thing we need to do is connect in that final third. I mean, we're getting the opportunities. I think that's just one little snip that we're off, but once we can connect that, it's going to be great.
You know, one thing that we take pride in on these broadcasts is not showing a ton of biasness, right? We are wearing the Matadors gear tonight. You're married to one of the Matadors. But what has Arkansas done well? If you're an Arkansas fan, what are you keep holding your hat on right now?
I mean, Arkansas's defense has really stepped up.
Oh, great shot right there. Jack Thomas put a lot of sauce on that one. Deflects off the goalkeeper's arm, and we'll have a signature stack corner kick.
Yeah, and I mean, for instance, right there, Jack wasn't, I mean, the Wolves took off any more space. Jack had to take the opportunity when I had it. They're staying very compact. They're not allowing for those balls to slip through the middle of each other. It looks like they're very on top of their defense, and they're staying strong back there.
Here's your signature stag corner kick, signature stag, your one-stop man shop, the fourth of the first half for the Lubbock Matadors. That ball is headed up into the air by one of the Wolves. Kind of came straight at him right there. He was the front man on that line of defense. Matadors stealing the ball away again. Lud Clausen with possession here, trying to control the offense. Diop. This is what Coach likes from his team. Billanak to that far side. Looking for a header. Caught by that goalkeeper. That goalkeeper's had a busy, busy night so far. It's been relentless pressure by this Lubbock Matador team.
He's done well. He's came out. He's challenged our players. He's held his own.
Absolutely. And crazy that I say relentless pressure. Dom Campos, the next comment saying relentless pressure. That has been the story tonight. And that's the formula, and that's the team Coach Ormiston wants you to see whenever he sees his club out there on the field. A team that moves the ball efficiently, keeps the ball on the ground, and eventually leads up to the beautiful goal. Whenever it happens, right? The Matadors have been able to find the back of the net in every game this season. It's totaling up to 7 goals. It looks like the family is watching because I see a comment from Colombia. I can't read it though because I don't know Spanish, and I think that could be it. We're putting Lexi on the spot here. Is that family?
Yes, that is.
Say hi to the family then, Lexi. This is your platform.
Hi. I'm so glad you're watching.
We'll be doing this all season, bringing you the games. And we're so grateful that Lexi said yes to joining us up here tonight.
It was an honor. I was glad when y'all asked.
Yeah, this is fun. And then we were talking, during the commercial breaks, the adrenaline rush that you get when you're on the air. It's compared to playing soccer, because you're a fifth-year senior at LCU. What is it like, the adrenaline rush difference?
Oh, I mean...
This is different. Like, you're going to have an adrenaline rush for 90 minutes.
Yes, it is. You know, I'm one of those wives, though, that, I mean, I get nervous for him. Seeing these fans and everything, like, I'm nervous just, like, commentating. But, you know, the adrenaline rush, I would say is the same. You know, it's not as bad as soon as the game starts. It's a lot worse when you're playing. But it's a good feeling.
You're a nervous wife right now is what it is.
I am.
I love that. I love that. Of course, hubby with the ball right there as he passes it to the far side. Grateful for our audience that is watching here tonight and being able to leave a comment. Yeah, see, they did another comment on there for you. That's awesome. Here comes Arkansas. Oh, a shoulder right there by one of the Matadors. Official. Are they letting him play on? It looks like it. Jay, Ryan's underrated, controls that right side is what that comment just came in. And of course, Ryan Naidu is a midfielder. They have been attacking that right side a lot tonight, Lexi, that far side.
They have.
Matadors back with possession. If you're a fan of either team, you've noticed that the Matadors have had a lot of the possession time through the 28 minutes. As the broadcaster tonight, I'd feel confident saying 23 out of those 28 minutes have been in the possession of the Matadors. Clausen here with possession, rocking 77. Poked away by the Wolves, but back immediately to the Matadors. If you're ready for a new car or truck, but want to do business with a local auto dealer who does business the right way, then the Gene Messer Auto Group is here for you. Gene Messer started the company more than 50 years ago and has served the people of Lubbock and West Texas proudly. Their philosophy was to do business the right way, the West Texas way. Choose a Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Chevrolet, Hyundai, Volkswagen, or Kia. We've always have the vehicle you're looking for. Born out of small West Texas town roots and still here today. The Gene Messer Auto Group. Go check them out today. Bought a vehicle from them. It was a Ford Escape, no, a Ford Expedition from the Ford dealership. They took care of us that night. Thankful for them. Ambry is saying, let's go Wolves. And then, yeah, hola, Lexi. Look at that. You got a comment there.
Oh.
I understood that one. Scooped up there by Andre Schleffly. The first time we've had a chance to call his name tonight. Schleffly wearing the bright pink shoes, the neons. And they stand out. They stand out. Loving the comment section. They're starting to. This thing is starting to pick up here, and we're grateful that everybody's interacting with us. Dom saying, as a hockey fan, you can see the control of Lubbock through the offensive, neutral, defensive zones. Go Oilers. You know what? I remember telling my wife that one time, Lexi, that like if you're watching soccer and hockey, you can see the correlation between the two sports. Just one is on ice and one is on grass. Communication there between the official and some of the players. Live Strong, Dr. Jones. He's a Wolves fan, saying Wolves are doing well, holding off the pressure from fresher legs. They just played yesterday on the road, traveled again today. They'll come into the game, we believe. No, that's exactly right. Great comment there on the live stream. They're coming off of a loss against the Fort Worth Vaqueros. It was a 2-1 loss just yesterday. I left that blank in my notes because I printed it out yesterday, and that's exactly right. They drove in. And how hard is that, Lexi, to come off of a match where you play 90 minutes, it's a grueling battle, you barely come up short, but then to play the next day, plus traveling 5 hours, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's rough on the body. I mean, just sitting on that bus for 5 hours. I know Quatnam is very good to our guys here. They go see them, and they constantly tell them every hour, get up, stretch, roll out. Even all of y'all can be walking on the bus, like, just all of you need to get up and move your body. So
yeah, that's essential, right? Keep the blood flowing in your legs, and especially after a game, because man, this game is grueling. Jay saying watching from Houston, Texas. That's awesome. And then Brock saying he's watching from the concession stand line. Oh wow, Brock! I just looked over. That concession stand line is insane. Of course, we were getting ready coming up here for the game, and we totally cut through the line to get in here because the line was wrapped around the stadium. This play, we're not kidding, coming from that pregame party in the street over there, me and Lexi were walking back, and we're like, you know, we're going to see how long this line is, and it just didn't stop.
Yep.
It was a beautiful sight to see, and I'm excited to hear the official numbers coming into tonight. And, how many people were here for this home opener, because there was rumors that they were going to open up that far side for more fans, and we see a couple fans sitting over there. There's looks like 2 young fans. Well, here we go on that far side, trying to continue to attack that right side of the field there, Lexi, and just a little ahead. Here we go. That's going to do it for the comments there on Facebook, or on YouTube. Top players that have scored goals this season for the Lubbock Matadors, Momo Diop and Fabian Wagner both have 2 goals this season. They're tied with a slew of players in the Lone Star Conference at 3rd for the most goals in the season. Jack Thomas, Evan Howard, and Mesfin Rhoda all have 1 goal this season as well. Oh. Side judge nearly got taken out right there, Lexi. Have you ever seen something like that happen?
Not really. I mean, I've seen the camera guy, but never the ref.
No, the camera guy's right behind him right there. You're seeing his camera shot, that's a great one, by the way. The ball almost took him out. Player down right there for the Arkansas Wolves.
Looks like it'll be a free kick right outside the box.
So free kick here for the Wolves. They didn't post their starting lineup on Squatty. They might have. I know John Bocanegra, one of our all-stars with the Lubbock Matadors, sent it to me. Let Let me see if I can pull that up from him, as we have a free kick coming your way here, right outside the box. Got Brian Burkett here with the kick for the Arkansas Wolves. Here's Burkett's kick. Great bend on it. Oh, wow, and that goes off the top of the bar. Is that going to be a goal? I'm going to say it went off the top.
Looks like he was offsides.
Oh, offsides, okay.
That's
See
what
the
the
fans
side
going to
judge
argue
called.
it. But great setup right there and a great boot there by Arkansas. What a great, here's an instant replay of what happened right there off of the head. Kicked up in the air by Butterworth and then cleared out right there. There's your instant replay. Thank you to the LISD TV crew for showing us that right there. Lexi, that was something beautiful there for Arkansas and something that they could put in the positive box for them so far.
Yes, most definitely. That was a very good setup.
Got a comment saying, watching from Farmington, New Mexico. Let's go, Matadors. That's from Blair Chatterton. Glad that everybody's watching tonight and leaving comments on here. That's what makes this part of the broadcast fun. We're getting to interact with our fans as they're watching from wherever they're watching from. More whistles being blown out there on the field as another player is down. That was way too close there. If you're a Matador fan and if you're an Arkansas fan, you liked what you saw right there moments ago on that free kick. Butterworth getting a conversation here with the officiating crew. Of course, I said at the top of the broadcast, the officiating crew for the Lone Star Conference is mostly based out of Dallas. It's like a DFW crew, which, you know, the guys travel a lot. The officials also have to travel a lot. That has got to be another grueling job. So shout out to our officials here with the NPSL.
And I mean, if you think about it, they're running just as much as the players are.
Well, and something tells me they're not riding on a bus, that they're driving.
Yes.
And so they're having the taxing part of being behind the wheel as well. Diop here with possession at about the 20-yard line. Trying to cut his way through the traffic, getting his feet tangled up. Are we going to get a free kick from right outside the box?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Here's your instant replay of it. Again, great camera angle once again.
Wow.
Had his knee taken out from him. As a defender, that's the only thing you could do in that moment, though, right? Because if you let him get by you,
I don't think there's any catching up to him. He's got a stride like no other.
He is quick. So here's a free kick here, and it looks like Momo is going to be the one with the honors. Yes, it's going to be Momo Diop, your goal leader with 2 goals this season with the honors here. About 20 yards out, a little less than that, 19 yards. Taking his time. If you're in this spot here, where are you kicking it to, Lexi?
Oh, I think he tries to curve it in like he did last time.
That's the same
Top
spot.
right.
It is the same spot.
It is.
If you're Arkansas, you got to know what this young man has done already once this season.
Goalie set his wall up very well, taking away that whole front post.
Here's Momo Diop. This is it. Trying to bend it again, getting his right mid up in the air. Still an active play. Thomas with recovery over it. And Arkansas clears it out. Hands are behind the head of multiple Matador fans. That was a big opportunity. And there's that word, opportunity.
And one thing I have to say about both of these teams is they fight. They fight until that ball goes out. You never see anybody give up or slow down.
That's right, as that ball goes out of bounds, right out of the reach of Luke Klaassen. Klaassen from the Netherlands. So I see his flag out there. I see the flags of all these fans, or all these players. And the Mozos are in charge of that. I saw Douglas Apaya, a former Lubbock Matador, in the comment section, show the Mozos. I miss them. They are a big part of that. They're the ones that put the LBK in the stands across the way. They're the ones leading the chants the entire time. And they're a nonprofit organization that is looking to make a difference with this club, with this community. And we're grateful for all the things that the Mozos do for this Lubbock Matadors club. Matadors regaining possession there. Thomas out front again. He is lightning in a bottle, looking for a cross. He has it. Oh, nobody there. Momo Diop going to reset here. A little pump kick, looking for a cross.
There's another corner.
Yep, the Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag voted the best mid store in Lubbock. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. This is the 5th signature stack corner kick of the first half. Did you see that stutter step he did right there?
Yeah,
I thought he was about to fire on goal. He had me juked out. I would have been on the ground. All right, here we go. Here's your signature stack corner kick. Is that Jack up across the way kicking it? I think it is by his hand taped up. Headed back in by Butterworth. Ball is still very much alive, getting headed around, and it's the Wolves that come away with it here on this near side. Booted out of bounds by Clausen. I'm starting to get the hang of their names, Lexi. This is big. This is big.
You're doing good, Devin.
We're doing it. We're 39 minutes into the match. See the fans here tonight. This is a great crowd. Unbelievable crowd. Lubbock, you showed up and you showed out tonight for this hometown team. The reason why the Matadors are how great they are every year is because of the fans that are here, this community that's here. And when you're recruiting a player to come play, your husband's one of them, right? That played at the professional level. They want to come play here because of the attendance and the fans that show up every game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, a lot of them being away from home, this is another family to them.
And you want to go out there and put on a show for a big crowd. You don't want to go out there and play in front of 20 people, which, you know, sometimes that's great. But here in Lubbock, you know, we're a different standard, and we want thousands.
And, I mean, the guys love it. They love interacting with them before the game, after the game, if they see them at Walmart. I mean, they just love that relationship they have with their fans.
Jay Garcia say, did anybody else see our guy get rocked by our own player kicking the ball? That's rough. Now, that is rough. It happens, though, right? Because both those guys are probably going for the play. Diop here, trying to pass it inside. It's a little too hard there. That ball booted out of bounds by Nico Cross. Haven't had the chance to say Nico's name tonight. He's a 6'2" defender from East Tennessee State. Germany is his home country. Going back to the comments, Jay, ooh, that boy is fast, and I think he's talking about Jack Thomas there.
Oh, okay.
He broke away a minute ago. How important is team speed in this game, right? I don't think that can be emphasized enough, that you want to, like the Matadors, I said it earlier, we're a tall team, but you also want to be a fast team and be able to do things, and the Matadors have both.
Yeah, I mean, we've saw the speed from Ryan, we've saw it from Momo, we saw it from Jack. I mean, you got it on every side of the field.
Helen Marshall saying she's watching from Newcastle, England, and it's 2:30 in the morning there.
Wow.
2:30 in the morning. Well, we're thankful that you're here watching this game, presented by Mears Mazda Volvo. Lubbock Matadors here on YouTube. That's one thing I do like about us streaming on the internet, right? We do games on My Lubbock TV here in town, but when you're streaming on the internet, you can reach anybody and everybody. And YouTube is on everybody's TV nowadays, and so this is so cool that people everywhere can watch. Trying to see what happened there. Lexi, did you catch what happened and why the play stopped?
Yeah, I think there was a collision, and then looks like it was in the Wolves' favor.
Lexi, you got a fan section commenting here. Kim Wheeler. I recognize Kim Wheeler's name, too, from whenever I was at Channel 11. LCU loves our Duvon, number 14, and Lexi. Go Shaps.
Thanks, Kim.
That's one thing about the LCU community is that everybody knows everybody, and it's so tight over there, and I love that. Schleffly there, booting that ball after resetting it there. Diop's on that far side now. I don't know if you noticed, he started out here on this near side, and now he's on that far side. Is that coach making some in-game adjustments, you think?
Could be.
Seeing them moving around, shifting around, and doing... Moving into different spots. Stefan Billenak there with possession of it. Over to boy Duvon, huh? There he is. Right? Yeah? I don't know. I can't tell. Is that hubby out there that just had the ball a minute ago?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to make. Eventually I will learn their facial features and not rely on the numbers.
Yeah.
But he didn't have his number to. We were seeing his face.
Okay.
And so I needed your confirmation there. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Continuing to try to push that ball forward is the Matadors. And what do you think is going through the head of Coach Ormiston as we're about to wrap up the first half?
I think he's probably getting his coaching points ready for the next half. You know, I think they've done well, like he said, of keeping that ball on the ground and keeping it tight, keeping it composed. But I think, like he said, that's that final third, putting that ball in the back of the net.
Right. Great block out there by the Arkansas Wolf defender, not allowing Momo Diop to be able to get the possession of that ball at all, letting it roll out of bounds. That's one of those high IQ soccer plays that you often see players do right there, and you're seeing it on that instant replay. Not allowing him to get in, you know, it's just the right move.
Yeah.
It's like blocking out in basketball, not letting him get the rebound.
The Wolves have done a very good job defensively. I mean, they have played their cards right.
And they got to be exhausted. I can only imagine. Playing last night, and then here we are today. When you're looking at their bench here, actually, Lexi, I'm looking at their bench. And that's something you look at over the course of the season is how many subs do you have that can check into the ball game? Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 players that they could hop in. I was like looking at their bench, and they had nobody there, but they have 6 players warming up in the south end zone here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. Trying to keep their legs fresh. We'll have a free kick here from the 20-yard line, so 30 yards out from goal. And it looks like we're about to have a substitute checking into the ball game in a minute as they are holding up the sign. Or maybe 1 minute of extra.
1 minute,
One minute of extra. All right, in the extra time, can the Matadors get something going? Firing from deep, deflected off of a Matador player, and the Wolves clear it out. 1 minute of extra time. You hear Coach Poe, the PA announcer, say that. We got a possession clock. We do this season, actually. Well, time of possession, no, but we have a clock down on the field this season that tells us how long we have on extra time. So I guess I'm incorrect on that, Dom. We do not have a possession time. There is a chair up here, though, in the box, Dom, that says statistician on it, and we'd love to have you come sit up here next to us. Maybe we could have Dom do that for us. What do you think about that, Lexi?
Hey, I love that idea.
I love getting, you know, more people involved. I think that'd be fun. I know John is all about the stats, and I appreciate that you're about the stats because you're keeping shots on it for us. How many shots have the Matadors had so far on your numbers?
Look like which I could be missing some because I am into the game. I have 3 shots. Free kicks, we have 4, and it looks like the Wolves have 6 free kicks. So.
Okay, so 6 free kicks. 0 corner kicks, though, for the Wolves so
Correct.
far. So the Matadors 5.
Yes.
And so that's Matadors, and it just takes one of those corner kicks for them to be able to connect and finish it out. But that's going to do it for the first half of play. The Lubbock Matadors in their home opener in front of what I feel like is a sellout crowd on the home side of the stands, Lexi, are tied up at 0 heading into this break. What are your thoughts on the first half?
I think both teams are playing well. They both have their good moments. They both have their moments they can work on, but it's going to be exciting the second half. I just feel like the energy is going to pick up even more. It looks like the lights came on, so that's just a soccer feeling. It looks like it's going to be exciting. This is a big game.
It is a big game. They have new LED lights here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park installed this summer, or right at the start of this summer, and I think the Matadors are the first team to get to use them this summer, which is really cool. All right, we're going to go to a halftime break. When we come back, we're going to be talking all things Matadors. This first half soccer, we're tied up at 0. I think we're about to have an interview, yeah? Let's do it. We're going to have an interview coming our way. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching Matador Soccer, presented by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's luxury-owned luxury dealership. We'll be back with more right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
Welcome back. The Matadors tied up at 0 with the Arkansas Wolves. It's been an exciting first half. The Matadors coming out aggressive in that first half, and it's been a fun brand of soccer to watch. Now joined by Dr. Eric Cunningham. He's one of the docs and 2 docs. He's also a part of Live Animal Oak Hospital, and we're grateful for their support throughout this entire season. It's a big night for 2 docs, though. It's the 2 docs game, and, man, this has been so much fun. That pregame was awesome. With the truck out there. Just talk about being a part of this organization for another year.
Oh man, it's been awesome. You know, I mean, between Live Oak and 2 Docs and everything, it's been a great partnership. And I don't know if you noticed the jerseys tonight. Those are the custom 2 Docs, the Dos Doc Tourist jerseys. So that's, you know, that's honoring the Matadors and also the Dos Doc Tourist beer that we have every year for them. And we got that out of the block party and everything. So it's a great beer. It's a good Mexican light lager.
It is.
It's easy to drink.
Did you change something from different from last year? Because it is something different from last year.
It is. So we made it a little lighter this year. So it's very much along the lines of a Modelo. It's great with a lime in it. And, yeah, you can get it at stores, too. The can is amazing, too. We had a local artist do the can art. It turned out amazing. The theme is kind of on the jersey as well. So it's like a sugar skull type thing.
Is this a one-time thing where the Matadors are wearing these teal jerseys? Because, man, they look awesome from up here in the booth.
They look great. I don't know if I don't know if this is the only game they're going to wear them or not, but I know that it's been a very popular jersey. We've sold a bunch of them. I know they have as well. We've gotten a lot of great feedback from those jerseys.
Yeah, a lot of great feedback. I told my wife, if you go get your, what is it, the season pass jerseys tonight, I'm like, go get one of those, because if they have one of those are awesome.
There's a bunch of them in the stands. You can see for sure.
You can. You definitely can. Talk about your partnership, though, and why you want to be a part of the Matadors year after year.
Man, it's been great. And, I remember when Michael Hitchcock, the owner of the team, he came to us just randomly and came and sat down and wanted to have a meeting about us partnering with them. He had been coming to the brewery already on his own and was already a big fan. And he said, we would love to have you guys, kind of be one of our kit sponsors. And so it's great to see that jersey around town and see Two Docs all over the place. And it's been a great partnership.
Yeah, y'all are right there on the front, which is really cool.
We are the main kit sponsor,
Yeah, that's really cool to see. And it's a really great atmosphere, and it's a family-friendly atmosphere. If you have not been out to Two Docs, make sure you go check it out. I've taken my kids out there multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
The patio is awesome, and it's a great place to watch a Matador game. I can tell you that. All away games are there.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, breweries are a new thing. When we started Two Docs out here, there weren't really any breweries, out here in Lubbock. And if you go to other places and go to a brewery, you can see it's not a bar. It's a very family-friendly place. It's a place you can bring your dog, you can bring your kids, have a pint or two, and enjoy live music. We have food trucks out there all the time. It's a really cool, unique atmosphere. It's downtown in the Arts District. It's a great spot. If you haven't been to Two Docs, come and check it out.
Well, one thing I remember from our previous interviews, Dr. Cunningham, is that you were a baseball guy. You were born a baseball guy. And a lot of people here are in Lubbock were born that way. But, man, this is such a soccer town now, man. The Matadors are the big ticket in town.
I'm telling you what. So we have at least 6,100 as of the game time. We had some people trickling in. This is going to be the biggest attendance we've ever had in the history of the franchise. So it's a great night. Beautiful weather. We finally caught a good night for weather. Usually it's 105 or so out here. But we've had a great turnout tonight for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. One of those games when it's 105, that bubble truck is going to be so cool for those kids. I saw one kid get absolutely drenched out there.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I saw that walking up too. That was really neat. We've got a great block party atmosphere out there. We had a bunch of people out there today. So, it's fun, man.
I guess just, if somebody's watching this tonight and they want to become a sponsor of this team, and how can they get involved? Because I think this is so cool that you're involved. You have multiple companies involved.
Yeah.
Why is it important that others should get involved as well?
I think for one, it's a great value. It's a great value for what you get. I mean, in terms of advertising and things, a lot of that's not cheap. You really get more than what you pay for when you're with the Matadors, honestly. There's a lot of exposure. Like I said, we got over 6,000 people here. It's a great atmosphere. It's just a fun event, and it's an event that's going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on.
We are the biggest ticket in town, and the NPSL is starting to take note of us. I know that. They know our turnouts, and they see us and what we're doing here.
No doubt. I mean, we're ranked 9th in the country right now. Hopefully we can get a goal or two here in the second half and win this thing.
Absolutely. Dr. Eric Cunningham, he's one of the docs in Two Docs, and as well as Live Oak Animal Hospital. Thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me.
All right, when we return, we'll have more Lubbock Matadors soccer. We're knotted up at 0 at the break, but, man, a ton of pressure and a ton of great things have been happening out there on the field. I'm excited for the second half, and you should be too. We'll be back with more right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
All right, second half action getting ready to get underway. Devin Ward here alongside Lexi De La Cruz. She's a Lubbock guy. She's been awesome tonight. Give her a bunch of shout-outs in the comment section tonight. She's done a great job up here in the booth, filling in for John. Shout out to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Devin.
I appreciate you.
You're a great person to commentate with. It's been fun.
This is different, right? As a soccer player, you never really have to think about this perspective of the game, right?
Yeah, I mean the whole tactical side too. You think about it, but you don't think about it or analyze it the way you do in something like this. So
right, and trying to stay engaging and keep the conversation rolling is probably the hardest part about this, isn't it? Because you don't want to repeat yourself and you don't want to have to say things multiple times because that's when it gets boring for the audience. So I'm grateful that you're here and helping me fill in the gaps because I'd probably be stuttering and repeating over myself a lot if I was up here solo tonight.
Hey, these two teams have gave us a lot to talk about. I mean, they've stayed strong, they've stayed powerful. I'm excited to see the second half.
Yeah, Jack Thomas getting his feet taken out from underneath him. Going to the comments on the social media. Shout out to South Africa, says Dom. Yeah, Yvette saying that she's watching and it's 3:40 in the morning there. Holy smokes.
Well done, Yvette. That's rough.
That's a real team player right there. Here's your instant replay of what happened right there. Just the arm getting hooked around Thomas right there is what I saw. And so he's going to get the call right there. Be a free kick for Thomas. Mark Hand saying that he'll be our statistician. Shout out to Mark, going back to our first half comment there. Dom saying defense for Lubbock looks great. Here's your free kick. Soft touch there, trying to go over the top. And Arkansas looks to clear it out. Gathered in by Conchilla there. Conchilla. I said Conchilla there. There we go. Looking for a cross is the Matadors. Over the goalkeeper's head, right to Clausen. Clausen with the left foot. That's the first goal of the season. G-O-A-L. Goal! Lud Clausen, the first home goal of the season. And that's going to give the Matadors the 1-0 lead.
Man, that was a beautiful left foot he had there.
So in the 47th minute, it's Lud Clausen giving the Matadors the 1-0 lead.
There goes the pink smoke.
It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. The Matadors would eventually get that first point on the board. As you're looking at that instant replay, it's been pressure all 47 minutes of this match. It just finally comes to fruition to start the 47th minute. Lud Clausen there. Here's your replay, another one. Diving out of the reach. And the smoke bombs are going off right now. The Matadors. The energy is picked back up. There was no lull coming out of halftime, Lexi, and that's what you like from your team here.
100%, you know. They had that first really close shot that hit off that side post that first half, and then they come out. What are we?
It was in the 47th minute, so 2 minutes in.
Yeah, 2 minutes in, and they got a goal. I mean, shows how powerful they are when they start off.
My goal scream has improved dramatically. I like that. Oh, here's a one-on-one deflected by the goalkeeper. And deflected out. Great save there by the goalkeeper. It was a 1v1 right there, right in front of the goal, not 10 feet in front of him. So tip your cap to the Arkansas goalkeeper for not letting this game be a 2-0 lead. Hey, I'll take it, Jay. I'll take it. I'll take the compliment, even though you're kidding. I'll take it as a compliment there. I appreciate it. He said my goal scream has improved.
I was going to tell you, it was pretty good.
Yeah. That's been the signature. And I told John, I said, I'm going to get rid of me spelling out goal. Everybody knows how to spell it out, but then it wouldn't feel right. Then it wouldn't feel right. You know what feels right, though? Our community sponsor of the match. For nearly 80 years, the Lubbock Area United Way has worked to address local needs by tackling the root causes of challenges and creating long-term, sustainable solutions that benefit everyone on the South Plains. United Way brings together the community to move the needle on issues like expanded access to healthcare and household economic stability. You can learn more about all of the things at LubbockUnitedWay.org. Shout out to them, and we appreciate all of our community sponsors. You know, Amanda McAfee is the president and CEO of the Lubbock United Area Way. She's been with the United Way for 8 years in the nonprofit field for more than 2 decades. As Lubbock native, Amanda's roots and belief in her community have led to growth at the organization, including updated impacted areas to expand the reach of the Lubbock United Area Way. Find out more about the United Way and how they're improving youth opportunities, health communities, and financial stabilities at their website, again, at the LubbockUnitedWay.org. Okay, while I was reading that, Lexi, what happened? I apologize. I looked away for a solid ad read right there.
There was a 1v1 with the defender, and it looks like one of our guys got taken out, so now we're looking at a free kick.
Free kick, and that's on the 12-yard line on the football field, 22 yards out, just outside of the box.
Looks like Momo's going to be taking it again.
I love the confusion, right? It's just to make your eyes look in another direction. Momo going low that time, deflected as he was diving to his right, was the goalkeeper for Arkansas. Back to Momo Diop, looking for a cross. It's going to be a little strong there, and we'll roll out of bounds. It will be a goal kick. Clausen was right there, just a little too strong. And Matadors continuing to pressure. A lot of times, Lexi, in the TV world, I like to say pressure makes diamonds or burst pipes. And right now, the Matadors are looking to make diamonds with their opportunities. I guess bursting the pipes of the Wolves.
Yeah. Hey,
there we go. There we go.
You know, it's crazy how one goal can do. You know, our fans, they're never boring. I can say that. But that one goal, I mean, you got people standing, you got people yelling. Look at the kids. They're doing cheerleading moves down there.
Yeah, like right there on the front. And that's what this is all about. Again, this is Lubbock's professional team with the Lubbock Matadors, and all about community. And you're seeing it in every age demographic here. It's really fun. Here with possession on this near side, trying to push it forward. Great through ball, but booted out of bounds by Arkansas. Matadors up 1-0, and we're debuting a new graphic this year, Lexi, and it looks awesome. It's small, it's condensed. I like it. Looks to be the new trend, too. I think the NFL debuted one like this earlier this year in football season, and it looks awesome. All right, here's the throw-in for the Matadors. Looking to see if there was any substitutions that checked into the ball game. Ryan Naidu here with the throw, and I don't think we had any. Player down right there. A great close-up shot in the action right there. LIC TV is the one putting on this stream tonight. We're thankful that they're here putting us on the air, running the cameras, punching the buttons. This stream looks top of the line. And the Matadors try to set the standard in everything they do, and they're doing it here on the stream tonight with LIC TV.
Looks like the Wolves got 2 players warming up, and looks like we got 1, so we might be having a couple of substitutions soon.
Of course, substitutions this season are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There is no substitute for great service for you or your vehicle. Go see our friends off of Slide Road at Grease Monkey. Want to make sure we get that out there as you see the players playing around, doing some different things. Messing with the shin guard right there. I guess the shin guard popped out. They even have the wolf on the sock. That's pretty legit. That seems pretty legit.
I'm a fan of those yellow socks.
Yeah?
I like them.
So Fort Worth, the Vaqueros, one of the teams in our conference, wears these all yellow, and I call them the banana kids. My son loves them. He thinks they look cool, but from a TV perspective, because, you know, that's how we think up here in the broadcast booth. You got to think about the TV. It's hard to look at. It's hard. All right, here's your throw-in for the Matadors. We're back underway. That's going to add to some stoppage time towards the end of this game. But you know what? Sometimes you need a hydration break, right?
Yeah.
And we hope that player for Arkansas is okay, but the Matadors took advantage of that as a hydration break. Of course, hydration breaks for the Matadors are brought to you by United Express. Don't forget to fill up your car and the gas at United Express. They do all the great things here locally. Moving back towards the center of the field. Booted out by one of the defenders. And here comes Arkansas trying to counter, but booted away by, is that Thomas?
Looks like Buttersworth.
Buttersworth, there you go. Way to slow that down immediately. They shut it down immediately. Whistle on the play. And we'll wash, rinse, repeat, do it again. No, I'm going to take that comment from Jay as a compliment. That's how I'm going to view it. You know, he said that my goal call has gotten better. I'll take it. Of course, you know, one of the keys to the game is one of our new things that we're doing this season. And of course, the keys to the game is courtesy of Mears Mazda Volvo, was to start in front foot and put on a show. And I feel like even though the score is only 1-0, we've seen a show tonight by these teams, and we've seen a lot of effort and a lot of intensity.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolves got scored on, and they are still coming out 100 miles an hour. There is no drop of effort, anything there.
No backing down. Naidu there, pushing it forward to Diop, and then back to Naidu. Man, he was out there just dribbling away, wasn't he? Bobbing and weaving his way through traffic. So usually John and I play a game up here, Lexi. How long would you last running up and down the field? You're a college soccer player, so something tells me you would make it the whole 90, right? You have to be able to make it the whole 90. You told me you play forward, so you're probably running the whole 90. I'd give myself a solid 10, max. Thoughts? What would the average fan make it in a game?
An average
fan, yeah.
Ooh.
Especially at the level that these players are out here playing, because they're giving it their all as that ball is cleared out.
I would say maybe an average 6.
An average 6?
Yeah.
So I'm above average. I'll take it.
I believe so.
I think I could make it 10.
You know, I would tell you what I think I could do, but looks like Alistair Caldwell is watching. He wants me to tell you hi.
Oh, Coach Caldwell.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Coach Caldwell. He was the first person to ever wear that headset with me on a game.
Okay,
There's your fact of the day.
So I'm not going to tell you what I think I could do right now just because.
Coach, she could do the full 90. Pass into Thomas. Great 1-2 step, looking for a shot. Blocked by the goalkeeper.
Save.
What a save is exactly right. Deflected off of his chest. And we need to put that in the shot category right there. Because, man, that was big time. He put some sauce on it, and that goalkeeper is feeling that. His chest is stinging right now after that one. Great save by the Arkansas goalkeeper. And I want to say that's probably the 3rd or 4th time today where we're like, hey, that was something great. Otherwise, Lubbock could be pulling away here. Diop here coming back, attacking once again, looking for another chance. It's Thomas. Oh, and he loses his feet right in front of the box. Looking for a call. The Matador faithful looking for something. Not happy about it as Butterworth resets to Shalefi. What did you see there?
That's a tough call. I mean, I would have to see the replay on it, but those calls are very hard to get right outside the box right there. Jack did a very good job.
Here's your replay of it, Lexi. And it's all about perspective. Like, where's the official in this perspective, right? He didn't have a good angle on it. He's running, trying to catch up to it. That's hard to call.
I would say from behind, I would say he was right. But if you have the view, maybe the side ref maybe had a better view of that. But
our cameras have the great view, which is really cool. Have a great view. Some of the comments here on the social media on YouTube. Before or after the block party, LOL by FV. Oh, man, if it's after the block party, lower my time down to like 3 minutes. Lower me down? I don't know. I'd be in trouble.
You can go 5.
I think I can go 5?
Yeah, you can go halfway.
I used to run marathons when I was in college. I have not really run since then. And that's why I felt confident that I could pull 10. I was like, you know what, I've run long distances before. I could make it 10.
Looks like we're going to have a sub here.
Yeah, we are. Our first substitution of the match by our friends at by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for great service for you or your vehicle. Go see our friends at Grease Monkey today. Checking into the ball game for the Lubbock Matadors is Nicholas Anassen Carlson. Let me make sure I got his Ahassen Carlson. There we go. I made sure I had it in my notes.
Looks like he's coming in for number 7, Fabian Wagner.
That's right. Carlson is a senior. He's a midfielder, standing at 5'11" from Jacksonville University. He's from Norway, rocking number 17 tonight. I love all these little pregame things that I got. It's a lot of studying that comes into this to be able to do this up here in the booth. Like this roster that you've been able to look at tonight, we had to create it in an Excel form, and the 7 pages of game notes to tell stories throughout it is important. Oh, Diop getting his arm pulled back right there, looking for something. And then there's a whistle. This season for Arkansas, they have a couple of players that have gotten some yellow cards. In total, they have 6 yellow cards. Sabeo Higuane, this is my best guess on that. He leads the Lone Star Conference with 2 this season. Which, you know, when you've played 4 games, 2 is not too terribly bad, right?
Do you have what position he is?
I do not, but I think Squatty might have that for me. It does not have that for me. He's actually not in the starting lineup tonight, it looks like.
Okay.
After looking at what John sent me. Jess Jacoby saying great save by Jasper. Keep it up, Wolves. And that was a great save not too long ago. by the Wolves goalkeeper, and they're going to need another one here as they're going to have a free kick for the Matadors. Thomas continues to be the guy they go to here. Here's his boot. Has a curve on it. Looking for a header. Oh, man, I thought that was it. Looking for another header, trying to clear it out. Lexi, you saw me get excited. You see it from this perspective. You can see the play developing. And the play developed. There was a guy cutting around on the back end. There was somebody home. Just barely missed off the deflection of the head.
Yeah, that was a great ball that Jack put into the box there. It looks like Jack and who are we looking at? Momo are switching sides again.
Okay. That was something we noticed in that first half as the fans are booing now. Great shot of the fans right there. Again, and that action-reaction we talk about in the TV world. We saw the action and the reaction. Here's your instant replay of what transpired out there. Well, the Matador fan in me wants to say that's all ball, you know. But ball never lies, right? And so the game will play on here. Oh, I see with the new lights, they even have a blue light coming up on the sides there.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, sorry, I took the train off the tracks. What were you about to say?
And I was going to say, I believe Jack there received a yellow card for that foul.
Okay, so yellow cards this season is brought to you by Two Docks Brewing Company. My favorite chant of the season is happening right now. I love this one, where they do LBK. I even see my 3-year-old son doing it down there. Oh, that just made my day. He's having a good time. 62 minutes into this match now, a little less than 30 to go. Lexi, it's been a great start to the second half for the Matadors as we're over 15 minutes into this second half. But you want to see them keep it rolling. 1-0 is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, got to take advantage of those opportunities. I am very, very impressed how the effort of this game has not dropped one bit.
Not one bit. One thing that I've noticed, whenever you're looking at the Lone Star Conference, even though the Matadors are undefeated, they are in second place right now with the same record as Oklahoma United FC. They're based out of Oklahoma City. They're one of the new clubs in the Lone Star this season. The difference, though, in why they're in first and we're in second is goal differential. This season, the Matadors have scored 7 goals, given up 2, so they're +5. For Oklahoma City, they're plus, I'm looking at it, they're +6. So that's the only difference between us and them right now is the goal differential. And so if you're the Matadors, you want to win, but you want to be able to win and have a few extra goals on top.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you said earlier in here, goal differential matters. I mean,
especially in the
important.
seeding, yeah.
You need to rack them up when you can. It looks like
we have a
we
substitute
have a
coming
sub. Yep. Number 2 went in for number 11. It's just going to be Jack Thomas.
So is this for the Matadors or for?
Matadors.
Okay.
Yes.
We also had a substitute coming in for the Arkansas Wolves. Again, substitutions this season are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for great service for you or your vehicle. See our friends off of Slide Road today at Grease Monkey. Oh, and I hear the PA announcer doing it right as I get done doing it. That's pretty awesome. Hey, Matador fans, if you're coming in and you're traveling in town to come see this team this season, go see our friends at the Cotton Court Hotel by Valencia Hotel Collection. They are your go-to for a game day hangout or a post-game stay. Located in the heart of downtown Lubbock, you can enjoy cold drinks and delicious bites at the midnight shift, or you can unwind in a luxurious hotel room full of Texas charm. Scan the QR code on our field sign, or go see them today. You can get fan-exclusive rates. Go check them out at the Cotton Court Hotel. Trying to flip the field right there, and you don't see that very often.
I like the intensity these subs are bringing in onto the field.
Absolutely. Super subs is what John calls them.
Super subs.
And is that a standard saying in soccer? Because when I told Coach Ormiston about that, he kind of had a big old smile on his face. Because you want super subs. You want guys that when they check in the ball game, you feel their impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That ball cleared out. That's a solid boot right there by the goalkeeper for... That's a Coach Alistair Caldwell saying, by the way, boot.
Boot, yes.
Yeah, he said some weird things on the call of that first game, and it kind of threw me through a loop because I was still a rookie to the soccer world. And
his
the way he said
soccer
it, too.
IQ is very high. He knows his stuff.
Of course, he's the head coach of the girls program at LCU, and that ball gets away from a couple Wolves, but on the wrong side of Momo Diop right there, and so Arkansas is able to recover. Yeah, great clears is what Dom says, and yeah, I see it. They've been able to clear the ball well tonight. When they need to get it out of there, they've been able to get it out of there. All right, I have a moment real quick. I want to make sure I get this out of the way. And Armstrong Plumbing, Air, and Electric, they are one of Lubbock's oldest family-owned businesses, and they're a proud sponsor of the Lubbock Matadors. Since 1934, Armstrong has been committed to providing excellent service for their residential, commercial, and industrial clients. Something wrong? Better call Armstrong. Visit the Better Call Armstrong website at bettercallarmstrong.com to learn more about their services that they provide, as well as their licensing and registration information. Again, Armstrong Plumbing, Air, and Electric, one of Lubbock's oldest family-owned businesses here, and they're proud to be a sponsor of the Lubbock Matadors. Grateful for all 52 of our sponsors that have signs out here. 14 flags from the 14 different nationalities from our players. Do you see the Columbia flag out there?
I do.
Have you been able to go visit the family in Columbia?
I have, yes. We went back in November. We went for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do they have a Thanksgiving there?
They
Is it
don't,
similar?
but they started a tradition for me. I missed Thanksgiving here in my family, so we had a Thanksgiving meal over there.
Yeah, that's cool. And, you know, a big part of Thanksgiving is just being with your loved ones and being with your family, and so that's really cool that they did that for you. Of course, Lexi is the bride of Duvon Conchilla, one of the starters out here. You like that, the bride?
The bride, yeah.
That's what I call my wife. I always have her on my phone, bride or my wife, one of the two.
At least it's not Bridezilla.
Bridezilla. No, never, never.
Is she listening?
She could be, and then something tells me she is, and that was a layup for failure for me, Lexi, if I messed that one up. If I messed that one up. Here's going to be a throw-in right here, right in your kitchen. Great camera angle right there. I remember telling the LIC TV crew I love the camera angles that we're debuting tonight here with the Lubbock Matadors. Got them on spider pods, so they're up high looking down. That's a great look. Here's your throw-in. Of course, that was one of your substitutes that has checked into the ball game that you're looking at right now for the Matadors, and that's Stefan Rube. I believe we just had a comment saying for him to check in, and so here he is. Here's a cross by Rube. And it's going to be kicked the other way and almost out of play and saved. Hope I said his last name right. I had that in my notes that it's Stefan Rube, like he rolls the R. Really cool stuff. And, you know, shout out to the Matadors this season by giving us pronunciation lists. Lifesaver. I'm not out here trying to guess how it sounds, you know, how to pronounce the players' names, because that's important. Names are so important. They're so important. Let's Go Matador chance of getting underway here by the Mozos, and that's one of the ones that all the fans can get involved in. You hear them chanting across a little bit of everywhere. Hey, we did set a goal coming into tonight for new subscribers coming into this game. Matadors, I believe, we're close to 600 subscribers. Did we reach the goal? That's what I want to see. Make sure if you are watching right now to hit that subscribe button, because this is where we broadcast our games week in and week out for these throughout the season for the Lone Star Conference play. Of course, we'll be back on the air June 4th, just Wednesday of next week. I believe that's right. As the Lubbock Matadors host the Vaqueros from Fort Worth. Maybe we get to see those yellow kits that I was talking about.
Oh.
Those things were bright. Oh, and we exceeded it. We're at 611 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed tonight. Let's set a new goal. Let's try to get to 625. We have 25 minutes or 20 minutes left in this ball game. We can get 25 more subscribers, right?
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of the NPSL and you love, you know, this conference, the Lone Star Conference, and you're an opposing fan, it's worth a subscription as well. We do our coaches show here. You can stay informed on what's happening here in the Hub City. Matadors with possession here. That was Nicholas Carlson there, briefly with possession. I feel like the Matadors are slowing it down right here on this possession and trying to pass the ball at a high efficiency. And as I say that, there's a turnover. That's on. I think that's the announcer jinx.
With 20 minutes left, it's a smart strategy. You know, legs are tired. People are running out of energy. So it's a good strategy. You just try to keep it as much as you can.
Yeah, and there's a saying in the game, but they're not at this point where they're parking the bus. They're trying to slow it down and find their seams and find their windows to do what they want to do. Carlos saying, love the Lubbock kits, and I'm a fan of them too. They're in honor of Hispanic heritage and women and Hispanic women, and of course we got a Hispanic woman standing here next to me tonight, and she's breaking barriers tonight. She's the first lady on the call for the Lubbock Matadors ever. And I think that's really cool, and that was one of the reasons why I was really excited to get Lexi up here tonight. Is, all the new things that we're checking off tonight with you up here, which is really cool. And the wife of a player, that's like the cherry on top.
It's a home opener. We got to go big.
Go big. That's right. There's a free kick by the Matadors. Okay, we had another player check in.
Number 9, Jamal Williams, is coming in for number 77.
Okay, so Lude Clausen's night is done. Jamal Williams is a product of Wayland Baptist University. Of course, as a substitute, there's no substitute for our sponsor tonight, Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for your vehicle or for you. Go see our friends at Grease Monkey today. So Lude Clausen's night is done. He was the Matador that scored that goal for them. Looking at my notes here to see what minute that happened in. As they're continuing to try to put pressure here on this near side. That happened in the 48th minute, or scratch that, 47th minute. He went with his left foot and found a seam past the goalkeeper, and that's their only goal for tonight. What do you want to see from these players that come out with fresh legs? You want to see a new sense of...
I want to see a new sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Just because points are big in this conference. I mean, 1-0, yes, it's a win, but I think we got a couple more in us. I mean, I was looking at the comments where people were making predictions, and I know David said 4-0 good guys, so I would...
Oh, man, so close right there.
Looks like the goalie got a touch on that. What are we going to call? Oh, we're going to call a goal kick.
Yeah, it was one of the Matadors that was diving towards the goal right there. It was... it's Stefan Urub right there. Here's your instant replay. It went off of his right foot, and he fell forward. Look at Sean Dillon right there with the 1-2 touch, maybe a third right there. He's in mid-season form out there. Of course, he does the Rock 101.1 pregame show where they highlight the Matadors on the radio side of things. They do a great job, and Sean is always down there with his phone recording it. So I'm quite impressed he was down there doing his thing with the 1-2. See, I'm the guy that would fall on his face down there trying to do that. Momo Diop trying to move the ball forward, stolen away quickly by Arkansas, and they're trying to counter. Great job by the Lubbock Matadors, though, getting those numbers back and not allowing anything. There has been no counters tonight, really, by Arkansas. Would you say so, Lexi, as we're looking?
I would say so. I mean, they had that free kick. I wouldn't really consider that a counter, but I mean... One player that has stuck out to me these past couple of games is Buttersworth.
Okay.
His mindset throughout the game is so, perfect. He reads plays correctly. I mean, he is a wall.
Yeah.
I think it was against, I would say, maybe it was against Arkansas. No, it wasn't. It was against Brownsville. He had 3 blocks in a row. He's on the ground. He's up. He's a player that has stuck out to me quite a bit. You know, he keeps that back line strong, and he is willing to cover his players.
Well, that's what you want as your defender, right? As that back line. You are the last line of defense right there. Butterworth is a 6-foot sophomore from Houston Christian. Lancaster, England is where he's from. Shout out to Butterworth. I love that you pointed that out, right? Because eventually we're going to have to give a signature stag man of the match. And if you've been impressed on what he's done on the defensive end, I like that. That's always a hard decision to make, especially in one of these games, right? When it's 1-0 the score, and you're going to have to come up with somebody.
And, you know, as a forward, I love the recognition, but sometimes I do believe the defenders don't get enough of it, so.
No, and here's a great chance here looking for somebody home, and they get it. G-O-A-L, goal! off of the deflection of the goalie. Momo Diop's getting a dance on him here.
Oh, here he
The
goes.
Matadors extend their 2-0 lead. There you go, the celebration with the Mozos and the hype. There's been so much hype coming into tonight, trying to get as many fans as they can, being 3-0, and seeing these guys celebrating with the home crowd is sensational. Momo Diop in the 75th minute. 2-0 your score, Matadors on top. Great goal there by Momo Diop. He leads the team with 3 goals this season. Multiple goal getters for the Matadors, but man, he is something special. When he has the ball in his possession and any kind of space, he's big time. Looking to see my top goal scorers. Yeah, so Momo Diop leads the team with 3. Fabian Wagner has 2. Of course, Jack Thomas with 1. Evan Howard with 1. Mesfin Rhoda with 1. And then, of course, Lud Clausen with 1 as well tonight. This is a balanced attack by these Matadors, is what I'm trying to say here, Lexi, is that multiple players can put the ball in the back of the net, and we have someone like Momo there that's just, he was sensational right there.
Yeah, and I mean, in the pregame show, David was talking about how, you have your starting 11, and what did it take him 3 hours to choose from?
Yeah.
But that just shows, look at this second-hand team that came in. They are putting out the same energy. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
I mean, they are staying strong. They are holding their ground. They're making a mark for themselves.
That's a great, I'm glad you pointed that out, because that was something that did stick out with me in our pregame press conference, that it took him 3 hours to come up with his starting 11, and it's a good problem to have, because that means you are deep in talent, and you have players that have been putting in the effort in training sessions to get some playing time. That ball booted out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. That was, who was trying to cut home right there? That was Stefan Rube right there. He was cutting on this near side, just slightly out of the reach there as it gets booted out of bounds. Comments coming in. Dom saying relentless pressure. That was relentless pressure that led to that goal right there. And when we interview Coach postgame, I'll make sure to mention that it was the relentless pressure tonight that has made the difference.
I'm not sure. Somebody subbed in for Devon Conchillo, 14, and Momo is coming out.
Yeah, Mesfin Rhoda is checking into the ball game.
There you go.
Mesfin Rhoda is a forward standing at 5'7". He's from Milwaukee, or the school that he goes to is Milwaukee. He is from Spain, and he's rocking number 20 tonight. Who did you say checked in for Duvon?
I didn't catch. Sometimes it's hard to see. 15?
Number 5 or number 15. We got Luke Mulkey wearing number 15, and then Matteo Franco wearing number 5. Either one of those players just checked in, but what I do know is that all substitutes are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitution for great service for you or your vehicle. Go see our friends at Grease Monkey. Checking into the ball game and immediately getting a touch in right here is Mesfin Rhoda. How hard is that coming off of the bench and immediately getting a free kick? It is a lefty. Oh, getting up there. Matador's got a head on it right there, trying to keep it in play, but it goes out of play. That was a great touch for his first touch in this ball game by Rhoda.
It was.
He put it in a great spot. Speaking of great spots here on the South Plains, Live Oak Animal Hospital is a great spot. They're locally owned and operated by Lubbock natives and Red Raider alums. Dr. Carl Clary, Dr. Shelley Wolf, and Dr. Eric Cunningham, a guy I interviewed during halftime today, are proud to offer cutting-edge technology in medicine combined with West Texas hospitality and compassion. Live Oak has 3 convenient locations as well as a mobile clinic. We offer extended hours, including weekends, and accept all walk-in appointments 7 days a week. That's pretty big time. Their passion is giving back to this community. Come see them for the best vet care in West Texas, Live Oak Animal Hospital. Man, that was big time right there.
It was.
That was one of the best ad reads of the night right there, and a great transition. I take pride in that. Got to get that transition. That was the one thing Coach Ormiston told me in the coaches show. He didn't even know we were in an ad read when I started one. All right, 10 minutes left in this ball game. What have you liked so far through the second half so far? We're seeing a whole bunch of new rotations, like you said, but they're continuing to go. I think that's Billenak right there.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned it a couple times, but I'm still going to say the. Ooh,
trying to be in sync right there. Man, that was so close. Trying to go with his left foot. Just right off the side of the goal.
And I'm going to go off of that right there. The energy and what the super subs have brought to this second half. I mean, there has been no lack of effort, anything like that. Like, these fans are so excited to see them out just as much as the starting 11. So
I think they just announced the total attendance for tonight, and they just celebrated, and I did not hear what it was. I might have you go ask the PA announcer. Would you do that for me real quick? Yeah, I'm going to mute your mic real quick. Lexi's going to go ask the PA announcer what the total number was, because the fans started celebrating, and it was a big, big announcement where the fans were cheering, and the office staff for the Matadors were celebrating, throwing water up in the air. And so I want to make sure we bring you that number here tonight. Arkansas with a free kick at the 37-yard line. This is the first time tonight, really, that in the second half that Schleffly had to go and grab that. See Andre Schleffly there. A goalkeeper out of Western Oregon, hometown of Houston. Looking for a clean sheet tonight. Defense has done phenomenal for the Lubbock Matadors tonight. Ashley De La Cruz, the sister of Lexi that's been standing here all night, says that the Matadors have been in sync. And I agree with that. The team has been, you can tell they've gelled and have been able to grow together as a team. And that's what you want to see in these first couple games throughout the season, right? This is game 4 for them. They have found out who they are. They're finding out their identity. Because this is a group of players that are coming from all over the world. There's 14 different flags flying across the way, and it tells you that the players are coming from all over. And so finding continuity and playing in stride, that's big time for this time of the year. Lexi is back. I was reading off one of your sister's comments a second ago. What was the official number?
Looks like they said 6,700.
6,700 fans. That is huge. And that, of course, is a Matador record. They had big numbers like that for playoff games, but never for a regular season game. This is more than a playoff game ever hosted. And so shout out to Lubbock. Lubbock, you did it. 6,700 fans. They continue to try to push the ball forward with more and more fans every game. And so I'm excited to see what Lubbock does throughout the rest of the season, because they like a winner here in this town, and this is a winning team. You can agree with that, right? Lubbock likes a winner.
They do.
They like a winner. Peter saying rooting for the Matadors from New York City. Love that you're tuning in tonight. As we have 7 minutes left in this game. Oh, and trying to fire from the box, battling for position is all the players. Right in that center of that box. The whistle was blown. It's been a big game tonight for both these teams. You know, Fort Worth coming off of a game where they played last night, and that's got to be extremely tough to be able to come back and play in another game that very next day. They've been able to match a lot of the Matadors' intensity. It's just their legs they're not as fresh, let's be honest, right? And it's because of the turnaround that they had. Trying to flip the field here, go from side to side. That was a slow roller right there. It's going to ball be with the Matadors, quickly getting it back in play. Looking for a cross. Oh, and a shot. Big time shot right there. Trying to see who that was. It was number 17. That was Nicholas Carlson. He put everything he had on that one right there. The goalkeeper was home to punch that one away. Another save by the Arkansas goalkeeper.
I have to say this goalkeeper for Arkansas has definitely done his role tonight. I know he's had some unlucky rolls, but he's been doing well.
Yeah, he's had a bunch of saves, and when your family needs a save and your family's safety matters, you can trust Hub City Body Shop's Gold Class Certification Collision Center to get your vehicle back on the road. Make it pretty. Call Hub City today.
Looks like the crowd is cheering on David for his touch that he just had from that flying ball that came to him.
Oh, nice. Well, and he's a former goalkeeper, right? If I remember right. I think that's what he told me.
Oh, okay.
He's got to be good with it. He's got to. Well, if you're coaching at this level, you got to be good. You got to be a good player. You got to be a good coach. You got to be able to do all the things.
Yep.
A lot of traffic happening here at the midfield, blocked by one of the Arkansas players and rolls out of bounds. Hey, we'd like to thank our special partner, Perry's Pizzeria and Tap House, located off of Quaker Avenue and 114th Street. Perry's is your home for New York-style pizza, wings, craft beer, plus lunch specials, happy hours, and catering options. Have you ever eaten at Perry's before?
I have not.
Oh, really good pizza. We had one of our fundraisers there. They're also a place where you can, if you have a school fundraiser, they did that as well for my school this year. And, man, really good food, really good pizza. Go check them out. And, of course, season tickets are on sale right now for the Lubbock Matadors. This is the last one I have to check off right here. All regular season games are still available. Get your season tickets. You get free kids camps, discounted on merchandise. All great things happening here, and you get tickets for regular season home matches. For more information on season tickets, go to the website, lubbockmatadors.com/season tickets, or /season-tickets-2025. We did it. We read all of them. That's
well
big time.
Done.
Made it in the 86th minute.
Well done, Devin. That takes some skill.
We did it. Dom saying, now is a good time for the Matadors to scout some desperation ball. Anything can happen in this league. Yeah, this is where you got to put up your wall and you can't let anything happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where Dom was going with that comment there, right? You can't let a last-second goal ruin your goal differential here, right? As that ball gets booted out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick. Again, next home match for the Lubbock Matadors, as we talked about season tickets moments ago, as you can still get yours, is June 4th. The Vaqueros are coming into town. There are still 4 more home matches to happen here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park, and you want your face in the place because being here you're a part of the magic, right? You hear the mozos, you get to cheer for the fans. It's different than watching it at home. We're grateful for our home audience, by the way, as we have 130 people watching right now, but. Right, it's different being here. You want your face in the place.
It's a different feeling. You get the chills.
Oh, I almost started singing there. I'm glad I held off. The GOAT at sponsorship read says Jarrett Willis. Hey, Jarrett's commenting tonight. I appreciate that, man. I think he's still in the DFW area. He's been a Matador fan since we started these broadcasts. As Matadors regained possession there. Firing from right outside the box, deflected off of an Arkansas player, and it'll be a throw-in. I think that was Jamal Williams, the forward from Wayland Baptist University. That's cool that he's here. Of course, he's from St. Peter, Barbados, but he's a guy that plays 45 minutes away from here. I also like it when we get LCU players. You're up here. You're an LCU player.
Yeah.
All right, here's your throw-in. Elite arm strength right there. And we'll wash, rinse, repeat, and do it again. That's number 3 that is checked into the ball game. Number 3 for the Matadors tonight. Of course, is one of your substitutes, and I'm looking to see if we have a 3 on the roster. I don't think we had a 3 on our roster here, Lexi. It's one of our substitutes that wasn't listed on the thing tonight. That's all right. So a win here tonight for the Lubbock Matadors. They'll improve to 4-0 on the season. They will be with 12 points, and that's the number 1 goal for any soccer team heading into any match, right? Is at the end of the day, 3 points is what you want, and the Matadors are going to be able to check that box tonight. Was it 6,223 is what he said?
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay, 6,223. It's the final minute of this ball game as the Matadors try to get something there. You hear the fans getting loud and getting proud as this is the last minute. I think he said it was the last minute Matador Mania, which is really cool. This is what you come here for. This is why all these high-level soccer players want to come here to Lubbock. It's for moments like these, the Matador Minute, heading into this final stretch of this ball game. And then when they get to celebrate with him in just a few seconds, you're going to see again why they want to come here. Again, up next for these Matadors, June 4th, the Vaqueros from Fort Worth. They are coming off of a win against this team that the Matadors are playing tonight. And that's
looks like
plus
there's
2
going to be
minutes.
2 extra minutes, yep.
In the standings right now, if you're looking at the standings, Fort Worth Vaqueros are in the 5 spot. They have 2 wins, 3 losses on the season. Well, I guess they moved up a little bit. They could be in the third or fourth spot with that second win. But what I'm saying is that they're a team that's hungry, right? They're a team that is looking to get back in the fold of the playoff swing, right? Because points are important. We've said that enough, right? So they're going to be coming in here hungry on the 4th of June.
Looks like we're going to try to waste some time here.
Yeah, parking the bus. That's what's happening. Jared saying, I'm glad we finally had a Matador stream to enjoy. The other ones have been rough. Great work, everyone on the broadcast team. Yes, great work by everyone.
It has been amazing.
Dom saying, zone control has been phenomenal. Would you agree?
I would agree with that. Dom, I agree.
Dom's coming in with a lot of stuff tonight. Jay saying, I've watched all of the streams of our conference. And I got to say, what we do here in the 806 is unmatched. Great broadcast, great announcing team, great camera work, just great all the way around. He gave us the seal of approval tonight, Lexi. I think we killed it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And thank you to the LIC TV team that has been working with us tonight as well, punching the buttons and putting us on the air.
Another little shout out to these ball boys and girls. It's not an easy job, but they've done very good.
Especially here at Lowry, where they have the hills, and then there's like a little concrete spot where the ball can hide. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. That ball, speaking of that, there it is right there. It gets booted up the hill.
Right up the hill.
They're gonna have to hurry and get it back. So there was 2 minutes added onto the extra time. Of course, coming your way in your post-game report, we're going to hear from head coach David Ormiston. We have a headset and a camera down there ready to record an interview, and that's going to do it. The Matadors are victorious in their home opener in front of 6,200 fans. They get the 3 points. They win 2-0 tonight over the Arkansas Wolves. They are 2-0 over Arkansas this season. It's hard to beat a good team once, really hard to beat a good team twice, and the Matadors achieved that tonight.
Yeah. I think both teams played absolutely phenomenal. There are opportunities on both ends. I think like I was saying, the Arkansas Wolves goalkeeper did an excellent job. There's just a couple of slip-ups that the Matadors took advantage of. And I mean, with two great teams like this, that's what it comes down to. You just got to find the little slip-ups, and you got to take advantage of those.
Absolutely. Yeah, tip your cap to the Arkansas goalkeeper tonight. He made this, I'm going to say it out as he made this a game.
He did.
The Matadors had plenty of chances and opportunities, shots on goal. It's just that goalkeeper stood tall for Arkansas today. And so you got to tip your cap to him. Final score 2-0, the final score here out at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park. Big victory. Anytime you win, it's big time. And the Matadors have been able to find that win column multiple times this season. Again, we're waiting for head coach David Ormiston to be heading this way. To put on a headset, and we're going to be interviewing him momentarily. But until then, we're going to toss it to a quick commercial break. Matadors winning 2-0 upon. When we return, we'll have our head coach joining us. It's a victorious night here on the South Plains. The Matadors, they win here at home, 2-0, your final score. We'll be back with more at Lowry Field right after this.
The hunger to win is fueled by a chance to compete and the thrill of the action. The cheers from the crowd energize our team and push them on to victory. Whether it's the pre-game excitement of tailgating or the post-game euphoria of winning celebrations, United Supermarkets always brings an A-game to your party. From kickoff to tip-off and the final buzzer to the last out, United Supermarkets is proud to feed the competitive spirit.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
All right, and we are back here. 2-0 the final score. The Matadors are victorious at home, and I believe we're about to have head coach David Ormiston join us here live. I believe he has the headset on now. Coach, 2-0 the final score. You're victorious at home, man. You got to be feeling good tonight.
You want me looking dead in the camera?
Hey, there he is. All right, Coach. Hey, I think you got us now, Coach. Hey, 2-0 the final score. You guys were victorious tonight, and it's got to be feeling good to be victorious here at home tonight. Okay, so I think we're having audio technical difficulties with Coach. He can't seem to hear us right now, but Coach Ormiston is standing by, waiting on us to be able to talk to us. Once he's able to hear us, we'll bring you that interview. 2-0 the final score, though. Anytime you win in this league, it's always big, and this was a big one here tonight.
I mean, yeah, and especially at home with this crowd, they made a statement, and they made their fans proud.
Yeah, 6,200 fans was the announced attendance tonight, which is absolutely huge. There's nobody else in the NPSL that is getting numbers like this, and that's awesome for the Lubbock Matadors. Again, we're still waiting on getting these audio issues fixed with Coach Ormiston, and we'll get him here momentarily, and I believe he can hear us now. Coach, welcome on to the call. 2-0 the final score. It's got to feel great to get the victory here at home.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd was incredible all night. I was actually struggling to get out instructions because nobody could hear anything. So the energy was great, and obviously you get a clean sheet and 3 points at home, massive.
I feel like your team really controlled the ball well tonight. The comment section was blowing up saying zone control was phenomenal. What did you take away from tonight's match?
Yeah, I think in possession, and then when we lose it, the counter press was really good tonight. Something that we work on a lot, and making sure we get that ball back as soon as we lose it, thinking of the what ifs. Thought we could have done a little bit better in front of goal. Didn't get as many as I would have liked, as many as we probably should have had with clear-cut chances, but yeah, to have 2-0 and control of the whole game, it's a good performance.
Your Mears Moss, the keys to the match was to be aggressive. Do you feel like your team was aggressive tonight?
I think it could have been a little bit more in the first half. But yeah, in the second half, we just had a little talking to and reminded them about the keys to the game, and I think everyone could see that the second half was definitely a big improvement on the first.
Got Lexi here. She was smiling from ear to ear when Duvon was out on the field. She told me she was more nervous for him out there than her being up here tonight. What do you think of that, Coach?
I mean, Duvon's one of the key players for our squad. He's a leader. Obviously, he's our captain. Had to come out at the end. Obviously, he's getting a bit old, so I had to give him a rest.
Yeah. On my notes, I had him down at 33, but he's not 33. He's 25, right? Did you hear about that? I have down.
Yeah, no, I did hear about that. I let him know, and I don't know if he was too happy about that one.
That's on me. I'll own it. Coach Luke Clausen finding the back of the net with his left foot. 40. What a way to start that second half. I thought that was a great goal there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lou's been one of our standout players so far this season. He's so good in possession and always looks really dangerous. And actually, something we spoke about at half-time was you need a bit more end product because he has everything else but the end product, and we were like, look, just get yourself in a position to score a goal, and he did just that. It was a great finish as well, and really happy for him.
And then our boy Momo in the 75th minute, he now has 3 goals this season for the Matadors. At right place, right time, was able to capitalize.
Yeah, I mean, what more can be said about Momo? I mean, it wasn't a superstar moment like it was against Brownsville. It was a 1-yard tap-in, but right place, right time, and yeah, he's a special player. We're really lucky to have him, and yeah, came up big again.
Well, I know your mindset is one game at a time, and now we get to look forward to the next one, Fort Worth, Coach.
Yeah,
I'll be here on Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage everyone to come back out again. We need to pack this place, make this place a fortress. We said we don't concede and we win. We win at home. So that's one down. Now focus on Fort Worth, and we know they're going to be a tough opponent. They had 2 good results against the team we just played. So yeah, we need to be our best for that one.
Over 6,200 fans. Coach, let's let you go celebrate with the Mozos. Your first time as the head coach here with the Lubbock Matadors. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, there's our head coach. Yes, David Ormiston. thoughts on hearing from him? That was really awesome.
I thought it was absolutely amazing. I mean, just watching his character down there on the field too, like he was excited for his team. You know, you could see the stress, but you could also see the excitement. I thought he did an excellent job. I thought his subs were great. I mean, I am just totally amazed about how the subs just came in and kept that energy so high.
Yep, those super subs. That's right.
Those
That's
super
right.
subs, and I think he made the right call on putting those in at the right time. He noticed the tired legs, but he always kept that energy high.
Yeah, and we got our general manager, Dustin McCorkle, on the headset now. Dustin, biggest crowd yet for the Lubbock Matadors. I want to start with that because, man, what a sensational turnout tonight.
Yeah, I got to say thank you to all of Lubbock for coming out tonight and supporting us. I knew the buzz was going to be good. It felt like the city was excited, and you always wonder on a Friday night versus a Saturday night what that's going to look like. And, man, like regular season game, not even anything super big yet for us. We have our largest attending crowd ever in season 4. It's exciting.
What was the official number on that? Coach wants to call this place a fortress. It was a fortress tonight with our turnout.
Yeah, we had a 6,223 tonight.
That's big time.
I mean, I've never seen this place so packed for us. It was unbelievable.
Well, let's talk about our team's performance tonight. 2-0 victory in front of this great crowd. And pressure, pressure, pressure was the name of the game, and the Matadors did it.
Man, this has felt like one of those games where you watch us dominate the entire time, and obviously they had a strategy to sit back and just try and interfere, and I didn't see that change at all with them pressing, and that gets complicated, and I think it can frustrate a team when you feel like you're possessing and you're dominating, but nothing's going in. So I'm really proud. Again, this team has shown mental toughness. Duvon, man, what a solid player that guy is. I mean, just holding the ball and never fumbles under pressure. And then Lude coming in again, he's man of the match, and he puts the first one in and then starts the goals. And then Momo, of course. So I'm just really proud of the tenacity that came out of tonight. And again, seeing the players excited, but also disappointed that they didn't get 5, 6, 7, 8 tonight.
Well, so it's officially official. Luke Clausen, the signature Stag man of the match. I'm glad we didn't have to give that title because that was something that we were talking about minutes ago.
Did Coach call that out?
I don't know. No, we were talking about here up on the booth. So as you said, man of the match a minute ago. So.
Well, no, I was saying he's been man of the match.
Oh, okay.
And then he came out and did it again tonight, like breaking through when you're struggling. So we'll see. Maybe he gets it again. I don't know.
It was a beautiful goal with that left foot, you know, and we thought Butterworth was somebody to mention as well. His line on the defense, you know, he was a wall tonight.
Yeah, it's really easy to sit there and point at the goal scorers all the time because that's the most exciting part. But when you talk about solid again, I talked about Duvon, but Theo, man, Theo is just calm, cool, collected, and that guy will run through a wall for his teammates. So
he did.
I love that guy.
Absolutely. And a quick turnaround. June 4th will be here before we know it. Coach likes one game at a time. Well, our next game is here now for the Matadors. Let's make this place a fortress again, right, when they host the Fort Worth Vaqueros.
It's one of my favorite nights. It's Live Oak Animal Hospital night. So again, we'll have some fun stuff. Tip our cap to the vet industry and our love of animals. It's actually supposed to rain as of right now, so we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to bring our ponchos and cheer on our boys.
Not going to rain on our parade. That's right.
That's right.
Dustin, your Matadors are 4-0, and they got 12 points in the Lone Star Conference play. Congrats.
Thank you. The goosebumps are real. I love it.
That's outstanding. That's our Matador General Manager, Dustin McCorkle, joining us on the post-game report. 2-0 the final score. Lexi, one last time, let's put a bow on this as the Matadors are 4-0 on the season.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve it. They've worked hard, and we're all so proud of them.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm proud of you. Thank you for hopping on the air tonight. This was her first time calling a game. She's the bride of Duvon, and she killed it tonight, and so we're grateful that she was here on the air tonight. We look forward to seeing you back here on Wednesday. Same time, same place. Okay, Wednesday, we're going to have our face in the place here. John will be here next time, so John, you better bring it because Lexi did. That is the honest truth. Thank you to everybody that commented on the stream tonight. We loved interacting with you, and we loved all the new subscribers that we gained. We had a goal of 625, and I don't know if we got there, but I have a good feeling that we did. We'll be back here on Wednesday, though. Again, this game was being presented to you by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. At Mears, you'll find the best inventory, the best process, and the best prices. Since 1971, their focus is to provide their clients with an exceptional buying experience, and we hope you had a great experience tonight watching this live stream. We'll see you Wednesday as the Matadors host the Fort Worth Vaqueros here at Lowry Field at Plains Capital Park.